Welcome there, traveller. Please, take a seat, grab a drink, and enjoy the Sunday session.
Did you have an intro for this one, or is it...
I do actually have an intro.
Ooh, when last we saw our heroes.
Row,
Hey there, say. I'm infiltrating Stroud's catacombs.
I literally can't understand what you're
Please
saying.
say it in a way that people can actually understand, because that is god-awful.
Use human words.
Hello, I'm John Humanman.
That's good. That's butter.
It's butter melting in my ears.
It's butter smothered over velvet with leather.
Ew.
I prefer the butter in the ears thing. It's slowly sort of just mixing in with my own earwax, and eventually I'm going to put my head to the side, and this buttery wax is going to come out, and I'll have the best hearing ever.
And the worst toast.
I don't know. Throw more Vegemite on it, it'll be fine.
Why? Why are you doing this?
I'm going to leave this in.
Leave it in. In fact, edit it in so it's in there twice.
Previously, after infiltrating Strahd's catacombs to varying degrees of success, our adventurers escaped the castle only to be met with a storm of epic proportions. The journey down the river was tense, with some well-remembered equipment coming in handy and the party working in cooperation like a well-oiled machine. After making their landing, the party rushed to make their way back to the village, only to be intercepted by Strahd's hounds. Gnarlag and Ulrich went down, fortunately saved by the actions of Wick with a fireball.
Heroic actions of Wick. You left out the heroic part.
Heroically explosive actions.
Heroically explosive, heroic actions.
And the timely arrival of Korik and Sparky. Will Gnarlag continue to serve the lashing tongue of Yagolanak? Will the RSPCA begin knocking on the door of Strahd if he keeps throwing animals at the party? Will Wick stop being a fucking coward? Find out this week on Sunday Sessions.
I mean, I know the answer to one of those.
I have a question, though.
What?
What voice was that?
I don't know.
This is Dragon Ball Z announcer, right?
So, if
Dragon Ball Z is more of like... This is more of a suave man.
if this ends with Strahd being taken out by government bureaucracy, that would be awesome.
It would.
I mean, we're the ones that killed
Like
the
if
dogs.
the
I
RSPCA
don't know why
just
you're
came
blaming
up and just be
Strahd.
like, we're shutting you down.
Oh, okay. So that's just a fucking Monty Python ending at that point.
Yeah.
The police come and arrest everyone. Fuck
Yeah.
all of you.
Yeah.
It's a fair cop, but society's to blame.
Quite literally a fair cop.
All right. Yeah, ready for Dungeons and Dragons?
Have we ever seen a dragon in this?
Don't say that. Plus, there's me, yeah. I feel
No.
like, yeah.
You're not
Bigger question is, have
You're
we
not a
ever
real
seen a
dragon.
dungeon? Think about it.
Yeah.
Actually,
How about
I'm
a
pretty
sexy
sure
dungeon?
we've seen several.
We haven't seen one in game.
What's the sexy
Fair.
dungeon got to do with anything?
mean, I'm
What's a
fairly-
sexy dungeon got to do with it?
Anything.
Wow, we have not even started yet.
No, we definitely have started.
Okay,
We've started doing something.
so you guys are what, level 11?
10.
10!
Not 11.
Not 11.
I'll take
No,
that back.
hold on.
Hold on. Can we be level 11?
No.
Please? Why
No,
not?
no.
Why not?
Actually, that would be really good because
Yeah.
we could.
Yeah.
lock on
We all
this.
agree.
Yeah. We all agree.
No, we don't all agree.
Let's vote on it.
I'm happy for
all
us
in favor
to
of
stay
being level 11,
10.
say aye.
I'm happy for us to stay level 10 as long as everything else is kind of proportionally scaled to our level, not level 11.
So going around, Gnarlag got...
The ability to turn off the voices in his head.
So Prozac.
Yes, he learned how to make Prozac.
Right.
Everyone stops being frightened. Sorry, all my friends and me stop being frightened.
You guys are the worst at this. I don't know, Wick figured out how to punch people and make them drop shit.
This is not that challenge where it's like, describe a movie in 5 words where only half the people get what it is.
Learned how to
Okay, so we're not playing a round of poorly explained level ups.
That's 12 words.
On my level up,
mine
I
wasn't
took
poorly
the
explained.
martial adept feat and got the combat maneuvers, evasive footwork, and disarming strike.
I got Aura of Courage.
Why is that a question?
I guess I don't remember what it was.
An aura of, I don't know, some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, fuck you all.
I got aura of courage, yeah.
Gnarlag picked up the innate ability of Thought Shield. His thoughts can't be read by telepathy unless he chooses to. He also can shut out telepathic voices and has resistance to psychic damage and will reflect the damage as well.
And I got 5 more hit points.
So I can't read your thoughts anymore.
I mean, could you to begin with?
You're somewhat of an open book. Actually,
Gnarlag
really
doesn't
not.
own any books.
And look at that, guys. The Gnarlag just died.
Oh.
Just a brain aneurysm just took him out.
Weird.
It's crazy.
Turns out he was allergic to thought shields.
Roll Constitution save. You didn't roll well enough. I can tell you that before you even rolled.
Hold on. Wait, that's plus his thing, so that's like 25.
Yeah, still didn't roll
That was a
well enough.
26
weird.
save,
Crazy.
weird, huh?
That's insane. Like, who would have thought you would have rolled under 160? Your brain explodes.
Oh, fuck.
Grow a new brain, dickhead.
Are you implying he had one to begin with?
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Bum.
Okay, you 3 are riding up on the back of Sparky with Korik. Oh no, you're riding alongside it, you're not? Oh no, everyone's just got on.
Yeah,
No,
because his
because
horse was like...
I changed my spell list.
Oh, so you
it
couldn't bring
didn't
it
have the horse. Yeah,
So, yeah.
Horseless. You're horseless.
I am horseless. I'm napping.
Yeah, no, you're not.
That's
you're not doing
not-
that.
that's not a thing.
That's not how riding on a fiery 3-headed hellhound works.
Depends how much you need a nap.
And how much you want to not fall off the back of it.
I think what you're imagining right now is being dead.
Because we can arrange that as well. 'Cause
It just happened to Mitch.
Yeah, it did just happen to Mitch.
you could fall asleep, fall off, bash your head slightly.
Was it 57 seconds or
how
something?
how many hit points do you have left currently?
Not many.
Not many. I wonder if you could survive falling off the back of something and hitting your head.
Probably.
I'd say unlikely.
I think Gnarlag actually has 1 hit point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
only
because
have
that's
one-
the spell. You go back to 1 hit point. Literally.
I got 32 hit points. I'm good.
Nice.
Let's fucking do this again. You got any more werewolves? I'll hide. I do. He rolled dice. You know he's serious.
Except when I'm not.
Okay. You're an enigma.
Wrapped in a mystery. Okay, you guys are riding
Wrapped in
along.
bacon.
What? That's delicious. I don't know what it is though.
Wrapped in bacon and served in a soft shell tortilla.
It's Taco Bell's. What is it?
What is it?
That's all of their products, isn't it?
With beans.
Beans. Yeah, we were riding back on. What? Paint us a word.
You're basically riding through the forest, and Sparky is making unnaturally good pace, and Korik is sort of hanging on as sort of shouting back out to you because you guys are moving so fast. You actually feel like they're slightly deafened by the wind rushing by your ears. This is moving quick.
Cool.
And he's just sort of shouting back. He's like, "What did you guys do?"
Okay, you're not gonna believe this. We actually pulled off a heist on the castle. I'm gonna be a legend.
We stole his emo diary.
We stole his emo diary and some jewels and shit. It's amazing. No one's ever done that. We're gonna be heroes.
We peed on his coffin.
We peed on his coffin.
Gnarlag's not saying anything.
Are you slightly catatonic from your near-death experience? Slightly? I say near-death.
And really concentrating
death
on not
experience.
losing that 1 hit point.
Like, he's going like, I better not let go of this fucking dog.
You're like, every branch that looks even fucking within like 6 feet of you, like,
Oh no, he's constantly ducking down. He's not even looking.
oh, I think he's looking. But Korik is just turning back. He's like, whatever you guys have done is just all hell is out. Like
So,
what you just
so
ran
the
in.
RSPCA is getting called.
Well, he's set up a dogfighting ring, clearly.
Yeah.
The packs are on the prowl.
We took care of them.
There are swarms of bats during the day, just swooping down and attacking the towns. There is murders of crows flying around, and that's never good.
He's a bit of a teenager, isn't he? Like, he loses his diary and he wah, wah, wah. Jeez. It's a bit immature.
The diary that specifically opened up to the page where it says, "This is how you kill me." Oh wait, that's just an emo diary, isn't it?
Yeah. That's exactly what we described.
You can do that with like,
he is
open it up. It's like, this is how I want to die. Oh, like, fine, that's a bit fucking dark. Flick through another 6 pages. This week I want to die this way. God, fucking damn it. Linkin Park was good, and now I want to die.
Oh dear.
God, we exist in a world where there's Linkin Park.
Like this world.
Yes.
This is the world we're in right
Yeah,
now.
it's sad.
Well, this is a world where Linkin Park used to exist.
Yeah.
They don't exist anymore.
Ooh,
R.I.P. Chester.
ooh.
No, I don't mean the real world. Like, their band still exists. But, like, you know, we're in the far future.
Dude.
What?
Too soon.
Huh?
He died
We're moving on.
He died for our feels.
Who?
Yeah.
I actually quite like
I have
Linkin
no
Park,
idea
but I don't
who
really.
is in Linkin Park.
I don't know.
It's an easy go.
I know their Godbotherers.
What?
I know
Yeah,
Linkin
I
Park
think-
were Godbotherers for a while.
Yeah, they were.
What?
Yeah, it was something to do with, like, in all of their albums, they just had, like, oh, you should pray to God and Jesus and all that.
All right, moving on.
They're Martians now.
I got nothing.
It sounds bad with the murders and such. Have you heard any updates about rallying the villagers to a people's uprising sort of thing?
That had started, but
A little bit
not
hindered
gotten
now.
not gotten that far. Now it's
We've only sort of been gone like a day. So
Yeah.
I suppose that's fair.
at best. There's a few armed militias within. Oh, there is
Wasn't
an armed
even
militia
a day,
within.
was it? Like, this
It's a
is
day.
still the same day, isn't it?
We set out in the morning.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah, so
most
this would
of a
be,
day,
like, mid-afternoon at the latest.
yeah.
We started to raise a militia within the village, and well, now that's just a small defense force because the village is under siege.
Well, I mean, all right. That's the start, I guess.
What's a short rest? Is it half an hour or 3 hours?
1 hour.
1 hour. Well, give us 1 hour, and we'll be good. We'll save the village.
An hour. But what do you think this is? This is an active siege.
Mm. Give us an hour.
I could.
I think it'll be fine. I think we'll just get back to the village and see what's what. Cheer up, lads!
This is the one guy who didn't die.
I got 32 hit points.
I've got one.
He could die to a sneeze.
Don't sneeze then.
Not necessarily.
No, I just get rid of his nose.
Love that. Love that.
Starts looking like
How does he smell?
poorly.
Hi Ryan, how you doing? You having a good day?
Poorly. You shouldn't be laughing that hard at that. That wasn't good.
Well, it's
I don't care.
good times. Good times, everybody.
Let's
pick this up next time.
Sparky runs through this brief clearing, and looking up, you basically just see like this swirling mass of crows.
That's a lot of crows.
That's a lot of crows. We're talking. You've seen those videos of like the starlings flying in unison, where all of a sudden like they'll just like fly one direction, then the entire flock just like instantly like changes directions. It looks like a
A big wave.
like a big wave.
It's magic.
Just made of birds.
You said a
it's
big
magic.
rave for a second there. I was trying to imagine how that would work.
So they all got glow sticks wrapped around like each foot. That'd work.
It's a bad idea.
It's a bad
Yeah,
idea.
basically there's just a massive group of crows that are just watching, and well, you Wick are a lot more familiar with
I know crows.
crows. This is not natural behaviour.
That's not natural, fellas. That's it's an unusual. This is a mysterious murder of circumstances.
It's almost like a person turning into a.
It's a
raven
suspicious
or something.
murder.
So what you're saying is we should investigate it.
Investigate the murder. What do you think, Ryan?
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, so this is going to end up with a legal proceeding for the second half. And it's just going to be
Exactly.
Yeah.
dun. Dun.
No.
Yes.
None of that.
Yes. Co-produced by
Stop it. That's silly.
Co-produced by Speedweed.
The clearing then sort of gives way back again to forest as you're sort of galloping would be the term I use for a large dog. I'm guessing running, bounding, sure.
Moving quickly.
moving quickly as a dog does.
Frolicking.
That is definitely not one of the ones.
I know, Sparky's pretty happy most of the time.
Well, one of them is. The
Yeah.
other one's sort of
A bit more
sad dog, and the other one's excitable dog.
So happy dog, sad dog, excitable dog.
Yeah. But yeah, so bounding through the forest, and Karg's also like, there's also been reports of a chicken-legged house striding out of the forest.
Yeah, that'll happen. That makes
Oh,
sense.
you got to put down baits for those, otherwise you're gonna get chicken-legged houses.
Yeah.
Can I roll some kind of check on that?
Sure
I'm
can.
not going to bother.
Sababa Yaga.
I know what it is.
Sababa Yaga.
I know. Mitch knows. Maybe Gnarlag doesn't.
Sababa Yaga.
Ulrich doesn't.
That's a 17 plus whatever.
Stuff. Numbers.
Well, like if it's
Who fucking cares?
if it's Arcana or Religion, it's +4. If it's History or Investigation, it's +0.
So it's either 17 or 21.
Yes. It could also be Nature, but I'm fairly certain this isn't natural.
I don't think anything's been actually natural since we got here.
Sababa Yaga.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You've had
this sounds like historical references to, or like myths and legends to, basically a witch's hut.
Has this particular group faced
in
a witch?
particular hasn't faced witches.
Yeah.
The last group faced witches.
And
Yeah,
died.
yeah. That's, I remember that. Yeah.
We faced a coven.
You did.
Wouldn't what's the guy's name who were with writing the
Karik.
Corrick? Wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
He was cursed by the witch, wasn't
No,
he? Oh,
but he
but
did.
he would be.
He was fighting them.
That's sure.
Yeah, and yeah.
But yeah, he hadn't experienced witches before that point, and they sure as hell weren't in a walking house at that point.
And he probably doesn't have a very good
Is
opinion
this
of
wich
them.
actually called Baba Yaga, or is it
Not
like
exactly
called
sure.
something else, or do I not know the name?
You wouldn't know the name. There's stories of more powerful witches,
Yeah.
and the way they
The
manipulate.
ones with the chicken leg houses are the more powerful ones, and you should stay away from them. Stay away from the chicken legs.
That's the advice I've heard. Mm.
Where is that section?
Where was it? Where was the chicken-legged house? Sort
It
of.
was spotted in the plains to the south of Barovia.
Let's not go south of Barovia. That solves that entire problem.
I mean, all right. I think.
Done. All right, that's that solved.
I mean, I suppose we need to check in with the village of Barovia, but really what we need to do is meet back up with that wizard fella and the whole
Give him the book.
and sort of figure out a plan from here. Like go over those diary entries
Sounds
and
like a
figure
good
out
idea to me.
what weaknesses we can exploit, sort of
It's
thing.
kind of the whole point of what we just did, so yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
What?
And maybe have a chat with Mr. Monkey Guy. The weapon.
Blinsky.
Blinsky. Yeah.
I like Mr. Monkey Guy.
Hmm.
That's a good name.
Uh,
Ryan's typing.
No, I'm reading.
Because he could potentially give us back some of like refill the supply of grenades and stuff that we lost or used. That would be useful.
Okay. Sorry, while I was reading there, did you have anything you actually wanted to ask me?
How big is the chicken-legged house?
It's about as big as you'd expect a house with chicken legs to be.
About house size?
A hut.
It's
I think-
here's the indicator. It's not chicken leg sized. It's house sized.
How big are the chicken legs?
Big.
Big enough to fit on a house.
Big enough to walk a house around.
Yeah. It's a humble hut, but it's still a building with legs.
Because I'm picturing Star Wars 8 AT-AT.
ATSTs?
Was it an AT-AT or an ATST? Where they just put rope around the legs, it falls over. That should solve the problem.
Oh, that's AT-80s.
I'm like, give that a go.
Those are those camel ones, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones with the two legs, like Ewoks, fuck those up with some logs.
We just need a bunch of little small toy
you know,
things.
In the old canon, like Ewoks used to be, like it was basically Vietnam
warrior,
for the stormtroopers. It was just fucking hell for them to fight,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, those-
one of the dumbest things of all time.
And then they just cutely use their helmets as drums. It was such a cute scene
And
where
ate
they've
them.
just murdered people and then using their
And ate them.
yeah.
Don't forget, the Ewoks definitely ate everything.
I mean, they're just clones though, so it doesn't really matter.
True.
Uh,
And then
yeah,
count them.
Sparky makes it to the edge of the forest and bounds out, and you just ahead of you, maybe about a quarter of a mile away, you see sort of the northern border of the village of Barovia. You can clearly hear at this point the sounds of fighting. They just sort of just on the breeze coming out of the village. You hear the sounds of metal on metal, and the sounds of just like shouts and everything. Oh god.
Why don't you drink one of your potions?
Right now.
Yeah,
I think we used them. Yeah, like I used all mine. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I think you're the only one that's got one left. Oh no, you used it on him, didn't you? Get him
No.
back up.
I think I
Oh.
used one of his potions on him.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, like, you've still got a potion, but you don't trust my potions.
I think I have a potion from the beginning that is mine, that is safe and not contaminated with your
I
spooge.
definitely made 4 potions. I gave 1 to everyone.
I didn't take it.
In that case, I've got an extra potion. Yeah, sure, I chug it.
Good. Maybe I threw it off a cliff. threw it into some bears.
Threw it into some bears.
Yes.
They're now very healthy bears.
They are no longer bad news.
Good news, bears.
There we go. That's how you get to land.
I am on 9 hit points.
Woo! Okay, we can go into battle now.
Also, I got a cantrip.
Yes.
I have minor illusion now.
Oh, I thought you just meant like
No.
your base one, Eldritch Blast. That's we know.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the clearing, you can see every now and then that like this swooping sort of bat-like creatures will sort of swoop in and then back out of the streets.
Hold on. bat-like creatures.
Yes.
How like?
They are... They're not birds. They look like large bats. From a distance, you can tell they're not birds. They're more of a leathery winged creature.
Okay. I just don't like anything bat-like creatures. Let's bury in the lead. I feel like we need to dig into that some more.
They could be in some crates.
How's Dave doing?
Dave's not here, man.
No, Dave made it to the town probably about half an hour ahead of you, and has been looking for
Izek.
Izek, not Izek, the other guy.
The mage
The
or the mayor?
Alfredo.
Blinsky?
Irina and
Ricardio.
Rictavio.
Rictavio.
Rictavio is one of the people that is there.
I wasn't being a dickhead.
Oh,
Yeah.
the brother.
The brother.
Who's also now the...
Ismark.
Yes.
Notto von Ismark.
Yes. Yes, very well done. Yeah, has been looking, floating around looking for him. But yeah, so he's keeping contact with you. So yeah,
Ask him what's up.
Tell me, Gazer, what do your weird eyes see?
I mean, you can see through them, can't you?
Every time, boss. Every time, you hurt me a little. This place is getting fucked up.
Language.
Any luck finding
thanks,
them?
Cap.
So you have seen a fucking movie.
Just doesn't seem past that one.
Yeah, might actually be about it. What was that, Civil War?
I think so, yeah.
That was the second.
That was Age
Avengers.
of Ultron.
That was Age of
Yeah.
Ultron. Okay,
Yeah.
I've seen that, man. Yeah.
Standing order, go find Ismark.
I'm on it. How are you guys planning to approach? Because Korik is sort of turning around, sort of looking at you expectantly.
Well, what I was thinking, because we're all pretty badly injured right now, and I don't think we would fare well in a face-to-face battle with bat-like creatures. Why don't you go and take your hellhound and your arrows and fucking defend the town, and clear us a space, good Revenant Ranger.
Well, I just gives him a very sorrowful look of just like, I need to rest or I will die.
Where you planning to rest up?
They have an
I
inn.
understand the need.
They have an inn. They have...
Yeah.
Ismark has a mansion. One of the two. I don't care.
Oh, you want to get into town and do it?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We really should get that book back from your monster as well.
Oh, wait, like, Gnarlag wasn't talking in character. It was just like... Yeah. I don't care if we have to go through a bunch of monsters. We need to get into town. There's an inn. There's Ismark's mansion. I'm gonna die.
Okay.
What's that powerful mage's guy's name again?
Mordecai?
Mordecai. What's he up to?
He's not there with you.
He's in another location.
Wasn't he in the town?
No.
Oh.
He was
Oh,
in
no.
his house. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's where we need to go next.
Hmm.
That's what we were talking about earlier.
And... David...
I mean, we're right now, to step back a little bit better, we're in a situation where you guys don't want to do anything.
Well, we can't really do... I mean, I could possibly
Thank you
do
for
that.
elucidating my point.
Oh, I could possibly...
So either you guys suggest something other than what we're being led into because you don't want to do that, or we do the thing that you don't want to do. We really don't have You don't want to do the thing that we're heading towards.
Well, what are we,
but, like,
what other
Make an
options are
active
there?
choice.
But our options are either go fight something when we're clearly unprepared and unable to fight properly, or go and hide somewhere so we can rest up and then go fight stuff.
What do you want to do?
Go and hide somewhere.
Then make your plan based on hiding.
Okay, so
Then in character, let's say, hey, let's go hide somewhere, rather than in character say, let's go into the town and get killed.
I thought the town had walls and was not able to
Nope.
be. Oh, so it's there's actively monsters on the streets.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was just like, oh, there's swarms of bats and whatever, and you can hide inside and you'll be fine. Shit. Right. Okay.
This is not a defensible town. Valakai and Kretz are defensible towns. This is not.
This is the fucked up town.
This is the little town.
Weirdly, the little town is the one that's named after the whole country.
Yeah.
That's weird. I know you didn't create it. I know this is Wizards of the Coast's fault. I'm assigning blame to them correctly, but you know.
Wow. Way to victim blame.
So,
You want to cowardly run away? Because you were just giving me shit about that before.
I mean, I could probably take 2-3 of the swarms. How many do you think you could take?
Not an infinite number of swarms this time?
No, not an infinite number, no. But that's only because I'm hurt.
Karik's looking, he's like, I can't stand out here in the open waiting for you guys to make a decision.
If you know a place we can go and rest, then take us there.
If I go charging in, we'll get seen.
Is there
And
somewhere?
attacked.
Is there somewhere else then?
My suggestion is I drop you off at a position, and I lead anything that did see us away from where you guys trying to sneak in somewhere safe. That would be my suggestion.
That's a good idea. I'm pretty sneaky.
So am I. Oh wait, I actually ripped off all of
Yeah.
the...
Yeah, you did. You did that.
That is gone.
It's the
A good
best
majority
available
of us-
option. It's the best available option right now. Let's do it.
All right, let's sneak.
Where do you want me to drop you?
As close to Ismark's house as possible.
Well, that will take a little bit of time because that's on the southern side, but that
Are
can
we
be
on the
arranged.
northern side?
Yeah, you're coming
Okay.
from the north, and the Burgomaster's mansion's on the southern side of the town. But not a bad option. It just means that he will have to run a longer course around the outside.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
So yeah, Korik is suggesting that he can run a sort of a wide arc around the village, hopefully not attracting too much attention that you get swarms after you, but and then they sort of drop you off close to the southern side, and then sort of continue the arc around and join the fight.
If you guys are okay with that. If you guys are okay with that.
If he can hold out for an hour, then...
Well, he's dropping you off, and he's joining the fight.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have a nap now.
Yeah.
Although you're only really gonna be able to replenish like a couple of hit dice.
Yeah, I know.
You're not exactly gonna be
But
tip top and fighting fit. We don't have any
think
bards.
I can get
We
back...
we haven't actually used any of our hit dice to replenish anything.
Yes.
Yes, you can use that in.
Yeah, we can use all of them and just get all of our health back.
Well, aren't I an asshole? All right, that's cool.
Then you just replenish some when you actually have long rests. Not all, just some, I think.
So,
We never use fucking hit
that's
dice.
because we never do short rests.
Short rests are really good, guys.
Hey,
Hey,
I
hey
would like
Ryan,
us-
When
hey,
ne-
hey Ryan, stop putting us into difficult situations where we have no opportunity to make short
We
rests.
can actually use short rests.
I would really like to be able to use short rests.
Hey,
Like,
look,
oh,
you-
maybe we should have taken a short rest inside Dracula's fucking castle. I don't think that's a good idea, you guys. Okay, well then we won't.
Hey, look,
Hey,
you
That
can-
was you. That's what you sound like.
Let's go take a short rest in that place where Dracula can't actually get to us. No, that's not a good idea. Okay, I guess we keep going.
You could do it. It's just you're fucking sleeping in the fucking.
You're not sleeping if you're taking a short rest. You're just sitting there going like, oh fuck,
Oh, fuck.
Let's argue about it some more. I think we're really getting
I
somewhere.
I'm getting somewhere. This is good. I'm loving this. It's like, you just sit down and have a little just sitting there, it's like, whew. It's like patting your brow a little bit. Meanwhile, like, Dracula's like pacing around. It's like,
meme
all
of
right,
the guy
I'm gonna
with
kill
all
you.
of
I don't know what that voice was.
the towels on his face.
Sorry?
That meme of the guy with all the arms coming out and putting towels on his face.
Yeah.
It's all memes with you. Millennials.
He's a 20-something.
Can't understand anything unless it's in meme form.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Much stupid, very well.
Ah!
There you
So anyway,
go. Okay.
circling around the town towards
Bottom text.
Perception rolls, please.
I'm really good at that. And I got a 1.
I got a 25.
So with my -1 on that, I get to 0.
You poke your eye out.
I got an 11, and Dave got...
Dave's not there, man.
Dave is there, man.
He's not with you.
Oh, yeah. Actually, no, he's heading towards Ismark's house anyway.
He's probably getting murdered by bat-like creatures.
If he's under attack, I'm poofing him out of existence.
He is making his way around the town, but every time anything looks like slightly dicey, he's like ducking underneath a
An awning.
rafter or awning, or pretending to be some sort of hanging lantern. Like, he is doing everything he can to hide.
I love that boy.
He's even doing the theme music.
The Kronk sneaking thing.
Yeah. We.
You don't remember that?
Kronk is your spirit animal, isn't
He
it?
is. I love him so much.
I'm pretty sure that was just the basis for Avrot.
No.
Anyway. You had a 25, right?
25!
You had 11 total?
I got to 0.
I remember you, don't worry. Yours was a very easy one to remember.
Yeah,
I locked that away with all the ideas of numbers that don't exist.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The concept of 0 confused mathematicians for many millennia.
Because it doesn't
It's
exist.
a number, but it's not.
It's amazing that we just consider 0 to be normal now. And like 1,000 years ago, everyone was like bitching about how 0 is now a thing.
Is it amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Like,
think-
people wanted to outlaw the number 0 because people could put it on documents. and
people
go-
want to outlaw a lot of things.
Yeah. They wanted to outlaw the number 0. That's a fucking buck wild.
This building.
I mean, here-
high-rise buildings skip floor 13.
Here's what I'd posit. That's amazing. What we have right now isn't amazing.
Okay. Sweeping around, you see there is.
Butts?
Butts?
Well.
Buttresses?
Yeah, flying butts. There are some of those winged creatures sort of on the sort of eastern side of the town.
Wait, you said there's bats everywhere, right?
Yes.
So we gotta watch out for the coronavirus.
A toast to Mitch. Let me get the fuck out of my house.
Okay, bye.
So we saw bats.
Yes.
I saw bats.
You are keeping your eye on them as you sort of make this sweeping arc. You don't. Yeah, you sort of see them, but you start sort of scouting your eyes around the rest of the area, and off in the distance to the south, you see just like a little copse of trees, just sort of like shake a little bit, and like birds fly out of the trees in the sort of the southern at the edge of the southern part of the forest.
I did that thing where you stand up too quickly and like your eyes go like a bit fuzzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And then you sat back down.
Yeah, and then I sat back down and then I didn't notice anything.
Gnarlag tells that to Wick.
Basically, you saw trees move in a forest. But that's
I mean-
quite a way away.
I mean, like, didn't Wick roll higher than me?
He did, but he is focusing on the things that have definitely closer and possibly more dangerous.
The birds.
The bats.
Good God. Good Lord.
The birds and the bats.
Plus, if we have Ents after us, then we're fucked anyway.
I don't know, fire's pretty good.
Fireworks on most things.
Get some spell slots, you guys. Jesus.
Reminds me, do I get extra spell slots at this level?
No, well, I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't, but I didn't get any. No, I don't. Hate only having 2 spell slots. It sucks so bad.
So I'll sort of like mark the attacking bats and such, and sort of keep an eye on them as we progress toward the mansion.
Okay, yep.
Sort of, yep, that thing.
You maintain situational awareness.
Yeah, so yeah, you're keeping an eye on this, and you just see like a flying pack, and every now and then one sort of swoops down and attacks, while the other ones are sort of like holding position. So Korik guides Sparky around sort of the eastern side and starts to turn along the south, and it starts like pointing down to a section which is just sort of off to the eastern side of the mansion, sort of off around about here-ish.
Where's the
Which is-
mansion?
That one.
The big house.
And it's like, I could drop you about there, and then it's just going to be a case of like, I'm not stopping. I'll slow down a bit, but you guys will need to
Tuck and roll?
Tuck and roll, drop and roll. Don't land on your head.
Everybody, I want you to promise me you're not going to land on your heads. Everybody, I want you all to promise me that you're not going to land on your heads or other soft places.
I promise
that
that I will
includes your
not-
balls.
My mum promised my dad she wouldn't drop me on my head when I was a baby. It's okay.
Oh.
I'll make the same promise now.
I can see how well that turned out for you.
All right, I will make a dexterity save for landing.
Yep.
I will also.
I'm anticipating your.
Oh yeah. So basically, he starts to sort of angle towards the drop point, and it doesn't stop, but he does start to slow down a little bit to give you guys a bit of a chance.
I got well over 20 for whatever your thing does. What your wing wong does? What's your wing wong do? +3?
Oh, +3, yeah.
I got a 23.
I got an 11.
You
This
learn
is just a dex save?
dex save.
Can I also
I
cast
rolled
minor
quite well.
illusion to sort of make the air above where we're landing look like the ground that we're landing on? So it looks like we're sort of just disappearing into nothing. From the sky.
I think that's outside.
that's outside the realm of minor illusion.
It's a little
that's,
box.
That's more like
You
there's
can
an
make,
actual
like,
spell
little
of, like,
flames and stuff.
creating like illusionary terrain.
Yeah, but like I just want to make like a patch of air above us from the sky look like the ground.
Give me a sec.
Can't you only make like a foot by a foot cube or something?
It's only like 5 foot by 5 foot, but that's enough that we can land in like
Minor illusion is not 5 foot by 5 foot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
the
it's
range
really...
area 5 foot cube.
For minor illusion.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. Object being the ground or a big rock or something.
I could go with big rock.
Yeah. Alright, I make a big
That you
rock.
sort of just like roll
So, yeah,
into.
yeah.
So, but if anything sees you actually disappear into it, they're going to start studying that.
Birds aren't particularly intelligent.
That's a
Hey!
It's
That's racist.
it's
Shut your mouth!
It's mostly just like to make
you
sure
shut your lying beak. I mean mouth.
Gnarlag turns into a kenku. Caca! Bitch!
Squawk.
Fucking kick you so hard in the cloaca.
Ow. Gross.
This is less like that wick. he's a human with a cloaca. Okay.
Hi.
So you drop out essentially what looks from above as like a large boulder, and yeah. So rolling off into that, you've got yourself 20 plus, was it?
23.
23,
I got to 22.
22.
I got an 11.
You got an 11.
You got a rock.
Okay. Underneath that
do the
illusionary
Team Rocket pose.
boulder is a smaller but similar shaped, not size, but shaped rock.
Weird.
And you get a nice little bonk on your head.
Oh.
4 points of damage.
I'm
It's a
dead.
good
Are you
thing
actually
that
dead?
you actually.
No.
It's a good thing you drank that potion before we got off the thing, because you would probably. Well, you wouldn't be dead.
I have 9 hit points.
It's not much less than me. I only have 16.
Wow. I'm so hurt. Look at you guys.
Fuck you. You're the one that didn't enter combat.
Wick, you are sort of still keeping an eye on the bat things. You hear a sort of screech, and
I make the international signal for shut the fuck up.
I lay there.
I was just sort of like, and be like, "What? Why? What's there? What does this mean?"
Gnarlag's trying to do that thing where like you're silently screaming because you just hit something and it really fucking hurts.
You see a flock of like 4 or 5 of these large bats, and as they're getting closer and closer, you recognise them as essentially giant bats.
That's not good.
There is also a couple
So the
of
things that look like large bats are giant bats.
Yes.
Okay.
But from a
Hey.
distance, they just look like, they weren't birds, but they're flying creatures. And it's not until they get closer you can actually get a better study of their actual morphology. There's also a couple other creatures that are flying along with them, which you also recognize as imps.
Did you say imps?
Imps.
And you did.
Why?
He's upset. He's upset about the whole
Doesn't-
imp situation.
Apparently, imps is his trigger word.
It's impossible.
But yeah, they're sort of flying over and sort of looking at. Basically, from your perspective, they look like they're looking at you. But you understand that.
I roll stealth.
Yeah, do that. This is a stealth that doesn't. This is essentially a hide roll. This doesn't involve moving. It's just,
I got
this involves
13.
more of being still.
I got 13.
I got
which with my-
27.
With my +0 is still 13.
But yeah, they
That
start.
checks out.
Yeah. It's better than the 1 I rolled earlier.
The things they start circling around the area and floating around, and one of the imps sort of flutters down closer and just starts like looking around the area. That doesn't look like they've like spotted you exactly. They're just sort of like glancing over around you. One of them for a moment looks you dead in the eye.
I stare back.
It's like staring.
Wink.
I poke my tongue out.
And then it sort of looks away. And just, after about 2 minutes of like studying the area, it just sort of like, makes this sort of like clicking screech sound, and just like takes back off again, and that group rejoins the ongoing siege of Barovia.
This sucks.
Yeah.
Now that they have gone, I will commence Operation Sneak to the Mansion.
Yep.
It's what I'm calling it.
Operation go into that house over there.
Yep.
No, Operation Sneak. Get on the same fucking page.
Okay.
Slowly.
I'm assuming you're going to take the lead on this one and be like just like sneaking around and just like
Yeah.
pointing out things that could be.
Slowly, so as not to raise attention.
Yep. So you get your advantage.
What do you mean?
Just spelling out mechanics.
Oh dear. Oh dearie me. That's 19.
19.
What have I missed?
The sneaking.
Yeah, you guys sort of rolled in underneath the boulder, and you bumped your head and laid very still afterwards. Just gone, ow, and everyone else was sort of like stealthed up, and a imp and a couple of bats flew over and sort of studied the area, but didn't seem to see through the illusion.
I think the
And
DC
now
is-
Wick is leading a very slow sneak towards the towards the mansion. With a 19, was it?
19.
Okay.
Good rolls.
A good roll. That is a decent roll. You're sort of you're sneaking up ahead, and what's your marching order for the pair of you?
In the middle.
You're in the middle, and you're taking out the rear. Wick is leading along, and every now and then, if he spots like a somewhere like there's a footfall or something like that, or it's like some branches that would cause some noise, he's like pointing them out as you go along. So you two can also do advantage on your stealth rolls, which just balances out your disadvantage. But yeah.
So I got a 17 plus 2, 19.
I got 11 plus 0.
11 plus 0. Okay. Wick, you are leading along, and you
thing
just
I'm
like
last.
you sort of, like you see this. It looks like a rabbit burrow, like the mouth of a rabbit burrow, but it's just like it's an old disused one. Like the rabbit, I think would have been long shot by a hunter and is probably being worn currently as a hat, and was absorbed into a steward at some point.
I can tell all that from the hole in the ground.
Well, it's just the fact that
I'm good.
it's just a hole in the ground that you know has not been habitated for a while.
I like the thing where I was good.
But you sort of like pointed out, and Gnarlag sort of as you go past it, Gnarlag sort of steps neatly around it. Ulrich steps neatly into it. Like his right foot just plants into it, and the entire like metal plating up his leg and down his right hand side just like rattles. And you hear the sounds of
Another big rock.
like screeching of attention this time around, and yeah, too late for that.
Motherfucker.
We'll just kill all the monsters and win.
Yeah, that's going to work so well.
Kill monsters, win.
You see that's basically that same flock that was that came over to you that flew overhead before, which was a small swarm of giant bats. and
A
couple
small
of-
swarm of
small-
giant bats.
Yes.
And imps.
Not a giant swarm of small bats.
No, because that would be something different.
That would be a different thing.
That's like a duck-sized horse, or
100
horse-sized
horse-sized ducks.
It could just be a.
That's.
It might just.
I know I got that wrong, but it's horrifying.
It might just average out to a swarm of bats.
Oh, I see. You get the median out of that.
Yeah.
But there was also a couple of imps among them as well. But yeah. So, they are heading your direction. You throw up your illusion, and let's see what happens.
Run!
Well, there's always that option as well.
I mean, I'm putting it up
What?
on him and also running.
I'm gonna grab Ulrich by the shoulder to rip him out of the thing and then run.
Yep.
How far away are we from the...
You're looking at about.
Because even if we have to fight, that's still probably more defensible than being out in the open.
We're running to the cover.
You're looking
Yeah,
about
that's what I'm saying.
200 feet at this point. So a few rounds.
Run.
Run.
Yeah, dash.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'll do is I'm going to do initiative order just to cover this.
No,
This is where I roll poorly.
that's where I rolled poorly.
This is where I roll poorly. Yes.
14.
8.
Should I roll for Dave?
Nope.
Dave's not here, man.
Ulrich.
5.
You named him Dave. So it's your fault.
I named him David Disquiglione.
No, you didn't. You
Yeah,
named
dude.
him Dave.
As
His
you
name
guys
is David
start,
Disquiglione.
as you guys start to bolt, you hear you basically hear like screeches of like, essentially, you don't need to know bat, you don't need anything like that. You know that is the sound of you've been spotted. Like, there is no hiding under this illusion. You guys are bolting, and these things are drawing attention.
Damn paparazzi.
Batarazzi.
These giant bats, basically, you see a bunch of them sort of like taking big, heavy swings of their wings, and are gaining on you quite fast. They are real quick.
Good for them. What do you want me to do about it?
The imps are also flying along with them, but not quite as fast. No, like
I'm dashing.
this is what 60 feet total.
Yep.
Wick,
I'm dashing.
this is also 60 feet.
Yes.
Ulrich,
Are you able to dash as a bonus action as well? Or is that monk?
I think I can.
I think you actually can.
Hold on. Hold on a minute. Cunning action. I can dash as a bonus action. I dash as a bonus action.
So you can actually just do that speed, but you can also fire your weapon if you want.
I'm going to fire my weapon.
What are you firing at?
What's closest to me?
Giant bats.
I'm going to shoot at a giant bat with my crossbow.
With my wit.
With my butt.
That involves a dice roll.
That's a good one. Did a good one. It's 24.
That definitely hits.
I'm not going to get my sneak attack at this mofo. Wait, that was wrong. I didn't roll that near the d6. So it's 10 damage.
10 damage.
Does that kill it?
No.
Alright, well, I did that while running. So, do with that information as you will, Ryan.
Cool. All right. This time the bats basically get within your. Basically, they fly and catch up with you. They're basically swooping. They've got a speed of 60 without dashing. They got double your speed. Don't look at me. Don't give me that face.
What face?
This is that one.
This is my fucking face. What do you want?
But that was catching up with you with dashing, so they are not.
I hope they're happy.
Well, let's see. I don't know. Roll insight. See if they're pleased with themselves. don't actually do that.
I won't.
But yeah, they dash to get there, but they are basically like hovering over you and just like basically like just above your heads. The imps are probably about another turn behind it at this point. Now, like,
What about Ulrich?
If
oh, did I miss Ulrich?
Yes, you did.
Ulrich, what would you have done last turn? I'm assuming you said that dashing, weren't you? Dashing.
No, I didn't actually say that.
My bad. This is before the
So
bats comes up on you. Then
they are currently how far away?
before this point, they were about 120 feet away.
Okay, and then because they get to move
They
before
get-
me, so
Well, they get to move after you, as I thought I thought you dashed.
okay, so
This is rolling back slightly, so
they are basically on me now, or
They will be.
they will be.
they will be, especially if you don't move.
Or if
They will kill you if you don't
I
move.
will dash.
You will dash. Okay, cool. So back in LA, because the was rolling through, the bats actually caught up with you. And go, yeah.
So
Sorry,
they
I-
actually on us?
Yeah.
As in, like, melee range, or...
Can
Like,
be.
I would rather they not be.
They are.
Well, fuck.
I see they're just fluttering like just above head, so yeah, they're in strike range.
Hey, we're all dead.
Yeah, pretty much. I take the dodge action and keep running. So they
Okay.
have disadvantage on attack rolls on me. Alright, AC is 15.
So I'll come down to this.
Disadvantage, eh?
Mm-hmm.
AC 15.
Mm-hmm.
Hit. Roll in. One of them hits.
Sorry?
One of them hits.
Oh, goody.
That's fine. That's fine.
I mean, it's objectively not fine.
Well, how much is your health currently?
9.
9!
Okay, so this is a +2 damage.
You
to
rolled
give-
an 8, didn't you?
8 damage total because I rolled a 6 on a d6.
You're fine. Look, you're fine.
You basically got this like long scrape of like bat fang like scrape across your arm and like shredding what's left of this suit that you managed to piece together.
Didn't even think he was wearing a top. I thought he was just like had a loincloth made.
Oh,
and that
yeah,
was
that's right.
it.
There's a loincloth of things, but yeah.
We're all running next to each other.
Essentially, yeah.
Then I get attack of opportunity.
Do it.
14.
Yes.
Now I'm guessing. Oh fuck it! I'm going to be using my axe. So
How many bats are there?
5.
it's a swarm, isn't it?
And they all just attack Gnarlag?
Well, he just, they'll use their reaction on him as he tried to dash out, yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah. Limited reactions. Derp.
I died for your sins.
8
Didn't
damage.
either. Oop, not 88. Just 8.
88's good.
No, I don't agree. Okay.
Fucking eviscerate it
Wick.
so hard.
I'm going to take dash as a bonus action and run. And shoot at a bat.
Yep.
Oh, and he's still standing right next to him, isn't he?
He
Oh
is.
yeah, you guys are in combat with him. Ha!
Well, he is still.
Yeah.
This turned out to be a pretty good initiative order, really. Now,
Yeah, such a great initiative order. I love it.
I don't see
I love
any
it so
disadvantages.
Now he takes a hit. Everyone else gets to do things.
So I'll shoot at one. I guess a different one than the one I shot at last time.
Sure.
How beefy are these bats? Are
They're
they
big
beefy?
boy. They're not a little flying mouse. They're like a exceedingly large flying fox sort of size. They're.
I mean, I'm guessing there's some sort of chaos going on here. I guess I'll try and target the one I shot at earlier.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a better plan. Yeah, all right, I'll shoot at
What,
him.
if you're just going for like this is a thing of chaos, I might actually randomize which one you hit.
Fair enough. Ryan.
We don't care about sound at the moment, do we?
Probably not at this point.
Okay.
But I don't know. That's up to you. I don't care. I don't know what you care about.
I'm not here to tell you how to live.
Okay.
I got an 18.
I can tell you how to die. That's my job. That hits.
And it's got a sneaky attack. And it's a D8. So it's this plus 6. Bloop. 10, 14, 16, 19, 25 damage.
25 damage.
Does it die?
So you see this this crossbow bolt sort of sailing through the air. There's a slight little arc to it, and just like grabs one just by the. What was I gonna say? Just like the fleshy bit right near the shoulder, and just like flings it like end over end and like pins it down to the ground.
Nice.
And then it just like tries to flap a little bit, and then just falls limp.
And I dashed away.
You did dash. Ulrich, you are in.
So they've both dashed.
No, he disengaged and then
I
got hit.
dodged.
Dodged, not
Yes.
disengaged.
So how far away are you, or how did you
I'm
get
30
to
feet
move?
away.
30
Okay,
feet away.
30 feet away. And they
There
are,
is one less
no.
bat there.
Because I killed one.
If
He
you
killed
did,
one.
If you did an attack and move, you'd be at the same place I am.
I'm further away.
He also got to attack.
I'm a sneaky boy.
Also,
Hey, you know what? I don't have spells.
Currently, neither do I.
I don't see how that's my problem.
you know what you'd also don't have? Multiple hit points.
Okay. So I'm going.
Really hoping for the corrosion to go out.
I'm going to move
Yep,
the 30 feet,
sure.
and then I'm going to throw a fragmentation grenade.
This should be your last one, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Hey.
And every creature within 20 feet of it, and we are now 30 feet away from it, so
That's not you.
that's not me.
Has to take a save.
Must make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Did you just like pull the pin and drop it where you were standing and then run?
That's pretty much what I figured I did.
One of them didn't make it. And I'm going to roll to see which one that was.
So that takes half damage on a successful
Yeah,
save.
it's half.
Cool.
You know what's cool? That.
That was.
That's why I asked if we cared about noise.
Well, there's other things.
There is other things.
Yes, but we're out in the open currently.
Yeah.
Thank you. I did have one more. Ah, yes. Ugh. 10, 14 damage. Ugh.
14. So
So they all take 7. That wasn't great. There's too many ones in there.
that's fine though. You see one of them, which is one that's sort of flittering around with a crossbow bolt sort of stuck through one of it's one of its legs. Just get fucking vaporized by shrapnel.
Pretty much what I did is I took out the grenade, threw it up in the air, and then just ran.
Yeah, sounds good. The other ones is like you see like you now see sort of like some light going through some of their leathery wings. Like they're feeling they're having a pretty average time at this point, but there are 3 still surviving.
I like Blinsky.
That, however, those 3 are coming after you 2 because they're the ones you can get to.
Yay.
I saved you last session. You can't expect me to sacrifice myself for you.
I don't expect anything from you.
Oh, harsh.
Well, that's a bit harsh.
No, that's fair.
Okay,
Still a bit harsh.
they're all going for you since you're a fucking Captain Explosion on you at the moment.
Captain.
You sure one of them doesn't want to go for him? Just one?
Just one
You're-
sneaky boy.
Just one, because I get attack of opportunity if they go after him.
It's like he may die, but one of these bats is going to go down with him.
Yeah.
In that scenario, he's definitely going to die because you only do it when they actually land an attack, right?
You don't have your
If they make an attack.
Okay.
you don't have your armor spell up at the moment, do you? So your armor's
No.
what, 23?
23, yes.
1 hits.
How could that happen?
It's not a crit though. It's 1 off a crit. So that takes 5 damage.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Oi, don't do that.
They are joined by the 2 imps, but they had to dash to get there.
Be nice
Gnarlag.
if they didn't have reactions. So
All
there's
these things have reactions currently.
There's 5 of them, isn't there?
There is 3 bats and 2 imps.
So 5 total.
Yes. You want to try your luck again?
Do it. Just don't be a pussy.
I've got multiple colored dice, so I can roll all these.
I mean, my options are either take a disengage and run, or take a dodge action and run. Dodge action is going to be better if they end up coming after me after I'm away. How far are we from the building?
I think a disengage and run is your better option.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, like depending on how far I am from the building.
If you disengage, you'll have another round before you get to the building. Then you got to get inside the building. That's to get to the eastern wall, and
Oh no, how are we going to get inside a building?
Okay, Captain Sass.
Oh, if only we had someone who knew how to get inside of buildings he's not supposed to be into.
Yeah, disengage and run.
Oh, how are we going to bend the bars, Bender? Oh, I don't know.
How far are we away from the thing?
Okay,
About a round.
he's not very far at all. He's basically almost.
Oh yeah, I assumed he buggered off.
I'm
Yeah.
wearing my Ultra Boost kicks. Some sort of I got mad hops going on over here.
He will be at the front door this round if he continues the current path.
I mean, you can dash as a free action, basically.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I can dash as a bonus action.
Basically a free action.
That's a bonus action. It's by definition not a free action. It is a bonus. action.
It means he can't turn into a bird. Actually, no, that's a full
That's a
action.
full action. Yeah. I could turn.
You could actually do that.
Yeah, he could turn into a bird as his full action.
Wait, what's
and
your fly
then
speed?
His fly speed.
I think
is-
it's 50.
Why aren't you doing that? Oh, you're
Because
doing
they'll kill me.
True.
Hey, you know what's easy to kill?
Bird.
A bird.
Let's find out. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go open the door. Mosey over to the door.
Just casually dodge and dash.
I can try and open. Okay, what's the deal with the mansion?
The mansion is still in a similar state as it was when you Well, actually, you guys have never seen it. With the former group, it's got a bunch of boarded up windows. The front door has been like a little bit scorched and scratched out.
I thought we would have seen it at least once because we did come here, and we stayed at that place.
No, we did. We specifically didn't go here. We went to the church instead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the door.
Yep.
And I can, with my fast hands,
Yep.
try and open a lock with a bonus action.
Okay. There is a
Use your thieves' tools to disarm a trap or open a lock, so I can try and just see if it's open, and if it's not, try and.
It's not the door latch is locked.
Okay, I will just rip out my quick thieves' tools and try and just with my fast hands.
Yep. Roll it.
Oh, that's a sleight of hand check, isn't it?
It is.
What do you want? It's a 27.
27. All right,
Oh, how are we gonna get in the house, guys?
You're quickly wiggling around with it. You hear the click of the door. The door locks will drop with it. Essentially, you don't unlock it. You just disable the lock entirely. A spring comes out and the whole lock just drops in the housing. And you hear a metal bar just fall down inside the whole of that section of the door.
Oh, I'm good.
Wait, so you say that lock is just not going to work anymore ever?
That is correct.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But
it's a door. It's a door.
That was the extent of your movement, isn't it? Anyway.
I moved and did that.
Yeah.
But that was a bonus action. Mm-hmm. If I take an action to dash,
Yeah.
I can go inside.
Yeah.
I don't have spells.
You have a crossbow!
Okay, I'll stand at the open door.
Well, the door is unlocked. It's not open.
You stand in the unlocked door.
This is also a mansion, so it's got one of those undercover door areas and everything. You've got partial cover if that's something you're looking.
I will open the doors as my action for my compatriots to get inside on the next.
Okay. You go to open the doors, and then you go to push inwards as you would expect they would do, and there's it feels like they're hitting against something that is pushed up on the inside.
That's what I was gonna do.
Before or after we got in?
As a free action, I will say to Ulrich, I need him to push these doors open. Hey Ulrich, I need you to push these doors open with your dragon butt stuff.
How far away am I?
You could be there next turn, but that would be dashing.
So dashing.
It is your turn.
You need an action to push the doors open, though, so it's not really worth dashing.
Good point. So I will, with the. It's not going to actually.
Don't
do
forget
it.
that you currently have bats and imps on you.
Yes, I'm aware.
Are you?
It's probably not going to do anything.
They definitely do it.
You do the dodge action. Works pretty well.
Hmm?
Dodge action actually really works.
Well, I was trying to think of something because I've still got the holy symbol of Ravenkind, but sunlight probably isn't going to do anything. So, they're not vampires. They're possibly vampire spawn, but probably not. So yeah, I guess dodge action and then move.
Dodging? Okay. That's some disadvantage. Yep. That's nothing hits. So you dodge and then move along. That doesn't get you close enough. Next turn you'll be getting
Yeah.
into range.
I figured. Yep.
The swarm, however, catches back up to you two. The bats plus one of the imps are attacking you. They've still got disadvantage. You definitely miss because you still got the disadvantage. One imp is striking at you with its bite.
And it
What's
has
your AC?
15.
it has disadvantage as well, doesn't it? Because he
Disadvantage
did.
against you.
Yeah, but didn't you dodge?
No, he disengaged.
I disengaged.
Ah.
Disengaged, that's just,
Yeah.
is the other thing.
I mean, you do get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I know. But it's probably not going to save you by the sound
Oh,
of it.
definitely not.
Yeah, because that hits.
Bye, guys. Great knowing you again.
You basically just, you briefly just like feel this like stinging sensation in like the side of your neck. Ulrich, you just see like this pointed spiked tail like just retract out of Gnarlag's neck. It's like this little spurt of blood and like this greenish ichorish looking bile sort of like pour out of it.
To an
And-
imp.
Sorry,
To an imp.
this is the imp that's
And this is as I'm putting my axe into his back.
potentially. And yeah, Gnarlag's like holding his neck, like this blood and bile just like pouring out of it, and he just collapses forwards.
This is bad.
Yeah.
What are you rolling a d12 for?
Because I'm using my axe to hit the imp.
Did you roll to hit?
Yeah,
that?
that's what
I
think
did.
that-
I got 18 plus 7, so yeah, I got
Yes.
to 25.
What's the total damage?
I got to 8 damage.
8 damage. With that, you sort of like slice through the tail. The tail falls to the ground, just like slopping around. But the thing is still sort of hovering, with like blood pouring out of his back end.
Too late for Gnarlag.
Yeah, it'd be nice if someone could shoot at them. What?
Gnarlag, if you can give me your first death save.
There we go. Nope.
That is one failed save.
Mm-hmm.
Like in your mind, you feel like this. Like you feel like your heart.
Feel the tongue start to slither around his body.
You can if you hear this sort of drumming sound inside your own mind, and you're realizing it's like your heartbeat, but the sound is getting slower.
Yeah.
Wick,
Hi.
hi.
I, like, you're right. One round of me attacking something was definitely going to save you.
And he would have shot at bats.
The 5 things attacking you, like,
The
definitely.
4 things attacking him, and the 1 thing attacking me.
How do you know which one I would have hit?
I can't dodge and take an action, can I? Because
Dodge is they're an action.
I want to. Here's what I'm imagining, and I don't know how much this is gonna. I want to try and push the door open, like get the shoulder into it.
Yep.
But like the idea is like I'm doing it, but I want to be helping Ulrich do this thing. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So
basically, you're sort of getting there already. Probably going to put the pressure on there, but you're like waving him over.
Yeah.
Yep. So essentially, you're doing the help action.
that's what I was thinking.
Yep. Or sort of holding an action to do help when he gets there.
Yeah, that was my thought.
Ulrich.
So I will have to move and then action.
Yes.
You can do what you want. I'm
You can do what you want.
I'm standing here trying to push the door open. You can fucking.
He's waving you over, but what you do with you've got a
Because I was
you can
considering
just stand there and jerk off if you
I was
want.
you have a
considering
bunch of choices. You can stand there
Yeah.
and fight. You can try and
Save
pick
your
up-
friend.
You can try and pick up Gnarlag and save him, or you
Yeah.
can try and
Well, that's what I
make
was-
it yourself and get the door open and then deal with the body afterwards.
I like that we're already referring to him as the body.
It's not the first time today.
We'll considerations around dealing with the corpse.
Is it one action to pick him up and put him on my shoulder?
Yes.
Then I will do that.
Yep.
And then I will move.
All right. So you are taking some attacks of opportunity.
With no disadvantage.
You have a shield.
Yes, I do. That is animated.
It is not. You have not mentioned that at any point. They all miss anyway because I didn't roll anything
It's
above
a
it.
bonus
Oh,
action,
well, it's a
correct?
bonus action. So this
Oh,
turn
yeah.
I animated.
Okay. All right, you are sort of going out there and basically like you've got
Gnarlag's body protects him from the hits.
Well, more I feel like you're sort of walking away and like you got Gnarlag over your shoulder and hovering above him, it like in some sort of like umbrella is your animated shield.
Ella,
Nuggets are gonna die.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I'll probably.
Yeah. So,
All right, I am at the door with him on my shoulder.
Yep. All right. That's catch up.
Oh,
That's,
oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no.
that's on Ulrich. Ooh, I got a natural 20. Uh, 6 damage from a bat crit. One imp on Wick.
Nah, though.
I rolled a natural 1. And it's probably going to die for his efforts.
10 damage.
Sure does. That's the one. Like basically, this one here tries to like swoop in and bite at Wick because the tail is still sort of 30 odd feet behind him.
And you just... an axe
And now
goes
you
straight
so
through
the
him.
other half of him has now been bisected. Okay, the second imp is going after Ulrich. No.
Oi.
Again, that shield hovering above you sort of really gives you a lot of protection. Gnarlag.
4.
4. That's your second
Death save.
failed save.
Yep.
You don't have any health potions to shove down your throat.
No, we don't.
That drumming sound in your mind is just sort of slowing a little bit more as this poison is sort of coursing through your body as well. You feel lethargic
Oh.
and tired, and
Is that like a damaging poison or like just a poisoning poison?
at this point here, it is just thematic poison.
I love that kind of poison.
The best kind of poison. Actually, should I have done con save against that?
I don't believe you can make a con save when you're unconscious.
Makes a good point.
Again, it is purely theatrics at this point. You are still making death saves either way, whether that poison's in you or not.
I'm still failing death saves.
True. You're attempting death saves. Alright. Wick.
Hi.
You're at the door. Your shoulder was pressed into the door. Ulrich made it up there, but is carrying Gnarlag's still form.
Here's a question.
Alright.
Is there any reasonable way that I could justify making an untrained medicine check on Gnarlag in this exact moment while he is over Ulrich's shoulder?
You can.
mean-
It's gonna be with disadvantage because this is kind of in mid combat.
That's a bad idea then.
It's a pretty because if you fail that,
Yeah.
I was just going to...
he expires.
Check. During my turn, I figured I'd take an action to do the...
That's the thing. Like, if you're not,
You'll kill him.
If you're not trained in medicine and you're
But
trying to do
I
it
am
mid-fight, it's
trained
gonna
in
be
medicine.
bad.
I am
What's
trained
your
in
what's
medicine.
your but it's an intelligence skill.
It's wisdom.
Yeah, it is.
I get plus 3.
Well, I had a +2 anyway. I just thought,
My suggestion though would don't be doing it mid combat unless you're some sort of like trained combat medic.
I could be a trained
I mean,
combat.
There is
I
actually a
am.
feat
Yeah,
called
well.
combat medic.
I kind of... Well, I mean, I don't have that feat, but I am basically a combat medic.
Anywho's, I'll attack. I'll draw my rapier and slash at whatever's fucking at my heels.
You've got the
How many
The
things are left?
1 imp, 3 bats.
I will kill that imp. It is in combat with the both of us. I will strike him down with great vengeance and furious anger. Like that movie that time. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
With grave vengeance! Like I said. Oh, that's a bad dice. 5, 7, 9, 10, 13... 19 damage.
19 damage, and this is with one of your
My
swords.
sword.
Yeah,
This is
you
my
basically
rapier.
like poke it like straight through the body.
Through the butt.
And- from the butt, sure. And
just
you
flying.
now have a imp kebab. Ulrich.
You should definitely kill Gnarlag this turn.
Well, it's either I make the roll or he makes the roll.
I mean,
Either
like,
one's got a
But
chance of
here
killing
is
him.
the math right now. With a +3 and disadvantage, and you don't know what the target is.
I can be making +3 on my death saves because I've got his aura.
Yeah, which neither of which you still made.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, then
I've been
I'll
watching
just-
that because I've been doing the math
Yeah.
in my head.
then
'cause
I
knew that
will
existed.
attack.
This is important.
Yeah, like I should have remembered that.
That seems vitally important at this point.
Yeah.
I will.
Stop
so
dying, jerk.
I will attack a bat.
Stop allowing things to kill me.
I will attack one of the bats that
not my
looks
job.
the most hurt.
Yep, sure.
What do I pay you for?
Stealing
I hit.
things.
Well, I guess when I'm dead, you'll be able to steal $3,000 from my freaking car and my
8
car.
damage.
And you've
a good idea.
easily carved through that one.
All right, the second
Okay,
attack.
You got a traveling mystery show now.
That's a crit.
That's a crit.
That's a good time to do a crit.
You just want that doubled?
Just roll twice.
Roll it twice.
So 6 plus 6.
So
Wait,
9.
9. And then the +3 is twice, so...
No, it's not.
Oh, is it not? Okay, so...
Rules haven't changed.
So
6 and
18.
9 plus 2.
18. Whoa. Swiftly and nimbly, which is words I don't normally describe you as. You basically carved through 2 separate bats, leaving one remaining alive.
All nimbly pimbly like.
Nimbly pimbly. Which is going to have a strike.
Fucking bring
It's
it,
not.
Ryan.
Got to randomize.
Don't be a pussy.
Wick. And misses.
I don't. And I got to 10 damage.
10 damage.
You know what's funny? I have Uncanny Dodge as a reaction that I never get to use because I never get into fights.
Well, that is a particularly canny dodge.
That's
Is
the
not being there to be hit in the first place is
Yeah.
the canniest of dodges.
It's the name of my.
Gnarlag.
Hey, do it! Do it!
Please. Oh, thank God.
It was
One success.
one
'Cause if
success, and it was the closest to the best success.
I assume my 10 damage didn't kill it?
No,
Okay.
closer.
All right.
But if you can kill it, then my turn will be...
How's the pressure,
fading
Gnarlag?
in.
How you feeling?
I don't know, honestly. I'm kind of hoping he dies. Just
You-
want this to be over.
You're hearing the sound. It
This
almost sounds
national
like
tragedy ever end.
you're hearing the
This
sound in your
constant
ears.
Me being close to death, just like fucking end.
You hear the sound in your ears like
Now you're
rushing
getting all
water,
emo.
like a large wave,
Oh,
just
so he's
like
pissed himself.
rolling. Not yet. You one more failed death save and you piss yourself.
And poop yourself.
Is there a USB?
But yeah, you feel
I
it's
can
like
plug
this
this
rushing water sound in your ears,
somewhere?
and it's that slow like heartbeat sound, and just like your
Doesn't matter if there
vision,
isn't.
like your mind's eye, essentially is like your natural.
Message.
Your natural vision is obviously
Shut up.
is out because you're unconscious, but your
Yeah,
like,
it's all good.
internal mind's eye is beginning to get tunnel vision.
Don't go towards the light. Don't go towards the dark either. Just stay where you are.
Just sit down and chill for
Well,
5
you're
fucking
not
seconds.
saying anything.
Wick,
Hi.
hi.
What's up?
It is your turn.
My turn for what? Oh, the combat we're in.
You tell me. You think if you take more than 6 seconds in your actual turn that counts against him? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm gonna kill a bat.
You're gonna kill a bat.
That'll hit.
Will it?
That's a 24.
Yes, it will.
5, 10, 16, 18, 24 damage.
Sure does.
Okay.
Hata!
Okay.
And I stab it through its eyes.
So
Sure.
on my turn, I can aid him
I mean, you can make a medicine check, and if you fail, you'll kill him.
Well, what other
If you
choices?
pass, you stabilize him.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Do you have any? Do you have any lay on hands left?
No, he used all that juice.
You should always keep a couple of points of lay on hands for this situation. If you had 1 hit point of lay on hands left, you could have saved his life. This is a lesson you should learn. Always keep a couple of points of your lay on hands.
Trust in Mars.
We went up a level. So I have 5 points in.
Oh my god! All right. Oh my god! this is that fucking gif of the all the like. Oh! You knew exactly what I was going with.
Now, I can either heal you 5 points or
Heal yourself 5 points.
Heal
Wick.
Just shoot him into the air like a cowboy.
Heal the lock that he broke.
I can use 5 points to cure a disease or neutralize a poison.
Ooh, tough call.
Do you know that I'm poisoned though?
No,
You saw like
well,
this
yeah, I saw
bilious green ooze come
Yeah.
out of a
You
fairly.
didn't seem that interested in the bilious green ooze in the moment, though. You were more like, do I kill it with my axe that I stab into its back? I remember that. You didn't care about the bilious green.
Well, I'm going to. He is at the moment. He needs hit points more than he needs curing. So
Right now he's dead. Right now he's dead.
Well, no, because it's still my turn. So I. Yeah,
this is where I
you
need
get
the
5 hit
timer.
points. Yeah, so you get 5.
Or just one?
This is-
Don't waste
Learn
it.
this
Don't-
fucking lesson now. Give him 1.
Yeah, all right.
One.
You get 1.
So you can do this 4 more fucking times.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to make you. He's going to die over and over
Because
again.
I'm going to get poisoned again. I'm going to lose 5 hit points and
He's
get
going to like wake up and go, oh, I feel a bit poorly though.
You
We
can
die.
metagame. You should know. You can metagame the shit out of your lay on hands just with like individual hits.
Well, you
poke
get,
of healing. Poke of healing.
yeah, you get 1 hit point.
No.
And yet you're,
I hate my life.
We hate your life too. It's all good.
all right, you guys are at the doorway.
We push it open.
With strength.
Okay. I'm assuming you're assisting.
I'll
Is
help.
Assuming you're not helping
is
at
there
all.
anything alive like that isn't us in the area?
Well, we're going to push the door open and we're going to find the
These still
5
pushing.
werewolves
If you want to
inside,
have a look
so-
around, you're sort of sitting there like holding your neck closed.
We want to be able to use
Now,
this door
like it's
afterwards,
sort of just
don't
like
we?
sitting on the floor, just
Yeah,
going like,
Okay.
I'm just gonna like minor illusion,
Yeah.
just like sort of make it
I
look
mean,
like
we
there's
could
a door
use
in front
whatever's
of
on the
us.
other side to
Okay.
block it.
You can. Is that what you're doing? Instead of looking.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
We're
like-
going to do that
yeah.
too. This is...
I'm giving us.
If we
basically
can't open
cover.
it, we have.
Don't destroy the house. Listen, I want to be
Not
very
the
clear.
house, the door.
Don't destroy the house we're going to hide in right now. I want that on the record that I don't want you to destroy this house we're about to hide in.
Okay.
You got advantage on this.
You got an advantage because of the.
I'm helping.
He's helping.
I've put cover via minor illusion out the. Hey, just so nothing sees us.
He's taller than your minor illusion.
He is taller than your minor illusion.
That's a very fair point. At the same time, you know,
At the same time, still taller.
I got to
it's a strategy and
It's
it can
just
work.
math.
17.
17.
17.
You start sort of pushing at this, and you hear the sound of like creaking timbers on the far side. It's this whole door is heavy, and it feels like the weight is being chopped with like benches, bookcases, basically anything that could move inside the building has been chopped up against this door. The door does not open. From inside, it's like you hear a voice like, "Who is it?"
They hear Gnarlag call, "Open up, you dickheads!"
And you can make out, especially the more perceptive. You hear this sort of whispering backwards and forwards, and then you just hear this
We're not bats.
this woman's voice is like, "It's them, you fucking idiots!" And there's the sound of like timber like being pulled away, and the door is like ripped open by Irina, who basically just like
Friends.
basically bodily just like grabs you two by the collar and just like yanks you inside.
It's also the other fella. He's Might want to grab him bodily as
Just
well.
maybe not
And
too
Start
hard.
scooting.
You
possibly
basically
on-
like
Yeah.
grabs you like basically pulls you either side of her through the doorway, and then grabs you by
The dick.
what?
Well, it's on your shoulder at the moment.
Nope.
It's on your shoulder. I'm glad that didn't end up being a throwaway line. That was great. No, it basically like hooks her arm underneath your armpits and like drags you through the doorway. What you see as you're sort of looking back out the doorway,
20 werewolves.
you see this old lady just like hobbling down the road, and she's just like, no, wait.
We gotta help that old lady.
Before a giant fucking bat just comes and eats it.
Which? Does anyone know her?
And she's just like hobble.
Anyone in the town know her?
It's the old lady. We gotta help the old lady.
Does anyone know her?
Who is that old woman?
And Irene's like, I don't recognize her.
Don't let her in.
But look, she's hobbling.
I'm hobbling.
And we let you in.
You didn't let me in.
I use divine sense.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
By
the way,
that detects what?
Within 60 feet. I'm kind of hoping there aren't like shitloads of bats within 60 feet. It's
like Fiend Face Celestial.
as an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead. That is not behind total cover, but it does. Yeah, you can detect good and evil. Is a
You've
specific-
tried to
yeah.
you've tried
Yeah.
to wrangle
Yeah.
that every
Yeah,
time.
no, it's only if it's a celestial fiend or
okay.
undead.
Well, I guess yeah. Then it's
Yeah.
probably
The ability is detect good and evil,
Yeah.
which specifically detects fiends, celestial,
Things
and,
what are good or evil.
Things where their alignment actually matters.
you detect fiend that you can see. And dead ahead. You know the location, so it's dead ahead of you. What that is coming is a fiend.
yeah.
It's the old lady though. What
it's-
you?
It's bad. Close the door.
Do you tell us what bad it is?
It's a fiend. It's a some sort of demon fiend thing.
Wow, I'm getting chills from the whole body right now. It's breathtaking
I
what
mean,
you're doing.
I mean,
The way you're laying down this arc of the character and just conjuring a beautiful
How
story.
does
I
the
love
Paladin of Mars react to seeing what is basically
Fiends!
a demon in disguise in front of them?
it. Give me something here. Give me something.
I mean, that's how.
I know that's the fucking witch, but in this moment it's like it's an old lady coming, and I feel like my character would want us to save the old lady. I know it's a fucking witch. I'm not a. All right, moved on. I'm just whatever.
Wick,
Right.
roll perception.
I'll roll perception dice. I got a 30.
30? You're sort of looking at it, and she's probably about 100 feet or so, but she's older. But there are like family.
She's
features.
still working it?
No. Like you never knew your grandmother. Like she died before. Well, you were told that she died before you were born. But this older woman bears a lot of similarity to your own mother, but another 30 years older.
It's your old nan.
It looks like my old nan. I think we should let her in, guys. I think she's nice.
No.
Well, I think I'm going to ask Irina because it's her house. What do you think, Irina?
It's a witch.
I think it's
no.
going to be better to close the door and ask questions after.
She'll turn you into a newt.
I got better.
And there it is.
It's the second one. Irina already starts to like close the door.
Yeah, I help her.
Wick, you are watching because actually, roll me wisdom save.
Wisdom save. I can do those. I got a +3 because of his wing wong.
No, like it's apparating Dave. Because he's got that book.
Oh, no.
And we need that book.
Oh no, that's a bad save. 8.
You see...
Is that plus his...
Yeah.
Ooh.
You see
rolled
this sort
3.
of visage of your old nan, sort of just like reaching out, like beckoning to you. So it's like and there's got this sorrowful, like knowing that she's being left.
I stand
the
bodily
face like she
between-
knows she's being left on the Titanic. That sort of look.
I don't even know what a Titanic is.
Impending doom, But at the last of as the door
See an
gap,
iceberg in the distance.
as is, at a boat, big one, made of metal.
I've never seen the ocean.
Actually, yeah, he would never have seen the
This
ocean.
is a boat bigger than fit in any of the lakes in this land. You'd almost say it was some sort of gargantuan. No, there's no better word for it. Titanic sort of.
Of Titan proportions. Oh, we have fun here. We have fun, you guys.
But you know what's not fun? Racism.
Okay.
I have a different variation of that joke that I really like, but it's not suitable for podcasting.
Okay.
We had
yeah,
fun today, guys, but you know what's not fun? Vaginal worms. That's why I use Xeritol.
Oh, God, why? Oh,
Wait,
please keep going.
Why do you use
Move
this?
on.
I think we should edit this part out of the
I think I
podcast.
will. So I'm just going to give us a second there where we have like
Get a clean break?
A bit of a clean break on it. Is that
So
ready?
we can stop talking about vaginal worms?
I'm going to kill you at some point. I don't know when.
Yeah, as the doors is just closing, though, you've got there's about a foot or so of gap before they're fully closed. You see her expression go from this sorrowful look of impending doom and betrayal to this wicked grin as this hand that she's reaching out sparks with bright white, and there's this whole branching power surges along the ground up to the doorway, and you can see it's just ripping the ground apart as it moves across. There's this sparking lightning coursing across the ground.
I don't like your grandmother. She's
Hey guys,
mean.
I'm dead. This whole campaign is Gnarlag never getting a fucking rest and always being knocked unconscious.
He's the tiredest of Gnarlags. Alright, if everyone can give me a dex save, please.
Wait, are we going to be taking half damage if we succeed?
Everyone can do a dex save, please.
I got actually fairly decent.
Oh, I
19.
actually got 19 plus something.
I got 14 plus 2...
22.
Plus 3, so 19.
19 brothers.
I mean, I rolled
19
Okay,
brothers.
so what was yours?
22.
19 brothers. In a
19 brothers.
van. In a van.
They're just 19 brothers.
So, you all make it. I should probably do for Irina as well. Irina also makes it. Okay, so I'm going to need some dice. Yes, you take all of my damage.
Bye, guys!
Let me find out how much you take, though, because it could fucking just straight
it
up
could just kill you.
Because I need a lot of dice here, guys.
Hey, hey.
Isn't it if it does more than half my health?
I might have to look at that.
Hey, you know what I don't take in the succeeding a save? The deck
Oh.
save?
And you know
Any
what?
damage.
You know what I also don't take?
Any damage?
Any damage.
Look at those fuckers!
Yeah.
You're right. This is just a campaign of killing Gnarlag over and over again. this right here is murder porn.
You know what? You know what I also had resistance to?
Lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just like Edge of Tomorrow. Just watching Tom Cruise die over and over again. Except you're not Tom Cruise.
We're going to rename this arc, Hey Fuck You Gnarlag.
Oh boy.
Wait. So
Jack.
how does resistance work?
Yeah, you take half damage, and if you have that half damage from dexterity saves, isn't that it? Or
No, his shield when it's active gives you the thing where
I don't take any damage on
a successful
dex
so
rolls.
it doesn't fucking matter anyway.
Yeah.
and I'm a rogue.
How much is your health?
I have 1.
No,
Oh,
your actual.
I have 75 hit points. I have a lot of hit points when it's actually at full.
Okay,
It's a shame that doesn't happen very often.
we only just have to not check what that number is, whether a half or full.
How much damage would I have taken?
Oh wait, they had to halve it. So okay, when you're halving it, it was.
Yeah, he made the save.
Yeah, you made the save. Okay.
You just fucked him anyway.
Yeah, it was. I rolled 35 on the damage, but then you halve that again. So you're still just you're down for the count again.
That's
But
17,
you steered us down to 0 anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, you.
Hey,
just,
I'm glad that you only used that 1 point.
Poke.
I think.
Save it for a minute.
I think.
Yeah, you just wait. Yeah. Just wait.
Let's just see what happens immediately next.
Yeah.
you basically like you see Irina is just like trying to like push. Oh wait,
Oh, did I have enough time to get Dave out?
no.
Okay.
So Dave is again sort of like in wins. He's not
Sort of
He's
just,
currently pretending to be a palm tree.
he's pretending to be someone's like shop sign, just like sort of hanging on the thing, just going like.
I thought you just poofed him out, didn't you?
No, he hasn't done that yet.
Yeah, I have to. That's an action. So
He
it's-
has not had the time. Like last action he
A
did was doing
lot's been going on.
a lot. That was 6 seconds, guys. That was 6 seconds.
I had a whole emotional arc involving my grandmother.
Your grandmother's a
No,
bitch.
I had a whole emotional arc
but
of like
Irina
actually
is just
feeling
like
he might get through
Yeah,
this.
like you can see her like just pulling the bookcase that's been propped up to the side back in front. There's a bench that she sort of starts like grunting away at, just trying to push back up against this thing.
Sexy.
Fair.
So the lightning goes through because
The door was
You're-
still slightly open.
if Irina and I are at the front, we would have taken the brunt of the damage.
it does.
It's a
like,
line attack. So yeah, it gets you. Yep, and just keeps on going because it's lightning.
Actually, kind of invigorating. I like getting lightning in the morning,
Gross.
in the afternoon, I guess.
in the late afternoon.
Gross.
Yeah, no matter. This is a bad thing.
I'll yell out to the witch. Was it as good for you as for me?
Gross.
Shut up.
I'm done now.
You can't say anything you did.
That's not Gnarlag. That's
and
Mitch.
also some of the shit you've said today.
What are you talking about?
Can we roll back the tape?
Sorry.
No, it's mostly me. It's mostly me.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Gnarlag's been pretty quiet today.
No, I meant you, not Gnarlag.
So, or if
You
you jump in and give
filthy
Irina a
whore
hand, just basically like
So
barricading
yeah,
this
yeah.
door, and you just hear these sounds of like
Just as the thing closes, I go like this, the witch, and then
the door's already closed. You're now barricading it. You hear these sounds. Oma?
yeah, your grandmother's got a bit of an anger management issue.
No.
You don't. That's a good one. That's the joke.
So he's barricading.
Yeah, he's barricading. What are you doing?
Stunting.
Stunting.
Yeah.
Success.
Yeah.
He's doing fine this time.
He's getting really good with the death saves.
Yeah, it's all his practice. It's great. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna roll that natural 20 and get back up again nice and easily. Be fine.
Just like
Don't have to worry about it. Like
crawling up
Yeah, I won't even
upstairs
have to.
now.
Yeah,
you won't have to waste your single point of lay on hands. You don't have to heal poke him.
Is there anywhere that we can see out past the outside the house, like, or is it all boarded up?
There are there's windows are boarded up, but every so often there's like a little gap that
I
you can
want
try.
to take a sneaky peek outside. See
Okay.
what's going on. Sneaky peek. Peeky sneak.
Okay, you are peering out. If you can give me a perception check.
With a dice.
Can you also give me a perception check, Mister?
yeah, sure. Why not?
This is a sound-based one.
25.
14.
14. You hear the sounds of like slow footsteps hitting the sort of the wooden landing outside the door. and just like the creak of timbers, and just like the sound of like like someone sort of stepping on it. It's almost like they're wearing like hard sole shoes, but it's also got the sound of like heavy claws scraping on timber as well as they walk. And just then they sort of you hear the door sort of like rattle, 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 and then the floorboards creak again slightly, and you just hear that sound of like claws against timber. Probably shouldn't do that on your table.
That's
Sorry. And then the sounds of like the footsteps sort of trailing off a little bit. What you see is the same woman that you saw before. She does again have sort of bear a family resemblance, but up close you start to see things that are just off. Like she's quite
too many ears.
She's quite sort of buckled over, like a lot more than what a human would be if they were able to walk around. What seemingly quite easily. She is barefoot, but with these long, curled, like very sort of gnarled and yellowed toenails, and you can see them just like they're curled over just over time, and they're like scraping, like almost like you could almost say that they're curled over enough and like sharpened just from use that she could probably just walk up the side of a tree.
Gross.
Just using those toenails. They are quite strong. Yeah, they're quite thickened.
I don't like this, Ryan.
Her shawl that she's got wrapped over the top of her, sort of a hunched like mound of her back.
Has screaming faces in it.
It's just this really happy place. Like, hi, I'm really happy to be here. This is great. No,
Stay far from Marshmallow Man.
no, it's got like a real sort of undulation underneath it. Like there's sections of her back that are just misformed or not, or like it looks like a burl on the side of a tree. It's off, and her fingers are sort of longer and almost like they have an extra knuckle in them. Except for the thumb. The thumb is longer than all the rest of the fingers.
How you gotta do this, Ryan?
I've been practicing for Cthulhu stuff, so I am working on horror things.
I hate it. Hey,
But
Ryan,
it's got
good
a
work,
weird
good work,
look where she's
Ryan.
like
I hate
walking
Do you want
along.
to
Like,
let your nana in now?
she's walking along and her hands are sort of crooked over. She's like creeping along slightly with her hands sort of moving along with the same pace. But again, like her thumb is like curled around and up and past her forefinger. So like I'm holding my hand there, but her thumb points out like this. Almost like those, is it tapir? No, that's a little,
I
there's
know the
a,
one you're
the
talking
little
about,
little animal that's got like the long...
Yeah, it's got the long ass middle finger.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
It's
that
also,
sort of-
also one of the only poisonous mammals in the world. Sorry, venomous
Venomous,
mammals.
But yeah, and then she's sort of like looking around. She's like peering at windows. She's got this sort of unearthly, unworldly sort of way that she moves. It's almost like ethereal, like slow movements and deliberate. And then she's sort of looking at every window and just like looks at a window, cocks her head slightly, looking up at the gaps, and then your vision is just filled with an eyeball. Like it is, she was probably 10, 15 feet away from you, and then in a split second, in an absolute, like, there was no movement, there was nothing, all of a sudden your entire vision is just filled with her face on the other side of the crack that you're looking through, and she's looking you right in the eye.
Is there glass in this?
The glass has long been smashed out.
Okay.
So it's just timbers.
Can I freak out? Hey, Ryan, can I freak out?
You can.
Can I draw my...
You have a rapier, don't
I
you?
have a rapier.
You
I was
do?
thinking like a dagger sort of thing.
A rapier would work. It's pointy.
Either would work.
But plunging a rapier through a crack in a window is a bad
A
idea.
dagger's going to be an easier sort of...
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and,
what I
and
like.
a rapier, you're gonna have to go.
Yeah, it's like this is just a quickly like pulling a dagger and like stabbing it in the eye as a fuck. That's what I was thinking. I have a dagger, right?
I believe you do.
Yeah, I have that in my kit.
feel like
It'd be a
that's
bit
something
weird
you would
if you
have.
didn't have a
Yeah,
dagger.
roll hit, and this has got some pretty extreme level of cover. So it's like +5 or something to the AC.
It'd be
if I
full
remember
cover,
right.
wouldn't it?
It'd be full cover. There's one.
18. Full cover means you can't hit it.
Also, is it a silver dagger?
It's not.
Oh.
That hits.
So like,
No, it doesn't actually. Sorry, I forgot about the plus. That misses. You
why
basically
you got to be like that, Ryan? It was cool. I was going to stab its eye out.
So you basically you go to try and stab it, and it's just like glance slightly off the top edge of this gap because it's only like it's only about maybe an inch wide gap. It glances slightly, and you end up it breaks the angle of momentum that you've got, and you sort of like wedge slightly, and then have to pull the dagger away. If you can give me a wisdom save.
No. Oh, all right. 14.
Your
But-
vision just like is filled with this eyeball. Like all you can see now, like you've taken a step or two back, and all you can see is this eyeball, and it's just staring right into the center of your mind and your heart and your soul, and it's unblinking. But you can see like the iris around the color around the pupil is just like this swirling miasma of like greens and blues with a hint of red that almost looks like blood dropped into a swirling quagmire, but it just like moves around slowly and then just like stops solid.
How is this witch not ruling fucking this land? She sounds way more powerful than fucking Strahd.
Yeah, but Strahd was charming.
And what you guys see is Wick fall to the ground.
What he sees.
Well, you're up and about.
Am
You're
I?
alive.
No, he's,
Am
he's
I?
No, you're out.
He's only
What
made
you
one
see-
death save so far.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Should I roll another now?
Yes, please.
Oh, one off from the worst one.
As I walk over to Wick, I touch him for 1 hit point.
So yeah, you basically just see Wick just like
Yeah,
just sort of
Back
like
up
just
again.
stab at a window and then just like stop short and just like and then collapse.
That sucks. You know what I'd prefer than that, Ryan?
anything
if
else?
I didn't collapse. How about instead of me collapsing, I don't collapse, and we sort of work from there. Sort of meet in the middle here on this whole sort of collapsing, not collapsing situation.
My first action as a recently alive person is to summon Dave.
Okay, so let's go back. Still, because this is essentially still in that initiative order. Gnarlag, you are
Dave
up. You are Daving, right?
Davey.
You are
Davey.
Davy Jonesing.
Davies Jones.
And Dave appears next to you, and he is.
He's probably more combat ready than we are.
He's definitely more combat ready than I am.
You might want to roll his
Spit the book out.
That is a 15. Yes, the first thing he does is he spits the book out.
I assume it's just like mostly saliva at this point. The book,
I don't actually know if he has saliva.
so it's some kind of poison. Now.
I guarantee. I will bet you cash money that there are fan art or just official arts of beholders and gazers with like saliva in their maws. That's not even something I doubt. There is definitely official art of beholders with like their pointed teeth covered in some kind of viscous. I don't know. I don't know why I'm taking.
I saw the
a
artwork
thing.
on the front cover of one of the very, very, very original like pamphlets for D&D, and the beholder looked retarded. It is.
I
actually think I've
beholders
seen
are dumb looking.
I have a feeling I've seen that.
Hot take.
it looks
beholders are dumb looking.
It looks like a basketball with a tiny eye in the middle. It looks so.
all of the OG D&D like monsters were made because of like misshapen toys that Gary Gygax got from secondhand like shitty $2 stores.
Most of the early like
You have to remember, back in the early 70s, a $2 store was like a ritzy place.
most
Yep,
of
he
the
definitely has spit. It's an official art. It's that, yeah.
Can I either religion or insight or medicine to figure out what's with him?
We need to
Yeah,
sit
it is-
down and
it
talk
is.
about my childhood.
It is your turn, so yes, you can do what you like.
Butts.
Well, I guess first a medicine roll because I need to figure out what's actually up with him.
I got the brain fever.
It's a 14.
14. This is medicine, is it?
Yeah.
He is in a sort of deep sleep. He is just basically fallen asleep on his feet and fallen forwards.
Oh, he needs a nap. Does it look magical? Or I suppose I only just did a...
I always look magical.
I suppose it was only a medicine roll. It wasn't a Arcana check. So,
But that is your action.
yeah,
You
it
did
is
this
true.
thing.
So, someone else then.
What about my turn?
You are asleep.
I don't get to save?
Oh.
I feel like I should get to save. I'm a savey kind of guy.
Is there a basement in this house?
I believe so.
Awesome. Nothing's going downstairs and go to sleep.
How do we get in
no.
contact with the mage guy? Because he might be useful right now.
Yeah, he'd be very useful. It's just such a shame that he disappeared randomly. Bastard.
No, I meant Mordenkainen.
Oh, the actual wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, unfortunately, the main way of contact you had to Mordekainen is
The false wizard.
Yeah.
the other one.
Yeah. Fucking fake wizards everywhere.
Can you give me a wisdom save now, please?
That's not going to be great. So I rolled a 4. I got to 10.
Gotta be better than that.
You feel like just like this, like similar sort of way I described. Then you just feel like this eye fills your entire vision, and then it sort of does this sort of lulling look, like it is falling asleep, and your eyes feel like weighted and heavy, like there's like the lids have been filled.
I think
with
I healed you
sand.
before I came over here.
Yeah.
And Gnarlag,
Yeah.
you see Ulrich just sort of like slump forward, and then like his armor and so forth just sort of like props him up a little bit, so he's like slumped forward, and he's just like this resting.
Run away.
Wait, how many people are actually in this building with us?
You see Irina. There is a few of the sort of the elderly or infirm of the village of Barovia that are in there with her. They now have just seen like you three barge in, chased by fucking lightning, and now just like collapsing, just collapsing because of some unknown reason.
Right. I...
See ya.
Yeah.
I'd move away because my aura doesn't work on you anymore.
I'm going to walk towards you and kick you awake. I'm going to slap both of you so you wake up.
Oh no.
That sound like
Oh no. Ryan started to say something. No. Oh dear me. I continue, sorry.
Well, this is where we're going to have one of those dungeon things that we were talking about before.
And
we're gonna,
dragons.
We're gonna,
Dragons.
yeah, we're gonna wake up and
We're
there's
gonna have a
gonna be-
dream sequence.
Yeah, there's gonna be a dungeon with a dragon in it, and then we die.
Good times.
Okay, who are you hitting?
Actually, would I be able to do that with Mage Hand?
No.
Hey, I'm asking the DM. Don't answer for him.
That is a
Like, it's basically
Like,
your
he's
hand
slapping
is
or
extended.
pinching?
Like, you know, trying to shake someone awake. Can I do that with a Mage Hand instead of actually getting up close? Because it's probably a bad idea to get
Yeah.
up close. Yeah. Okay, cool. I do that. Because then
with,
I can, you know,
on whom? Because you can do one of them.
probably Wick first.
Probably Wick first.
Hey.
Wick, you are having
Not-
you're
not
sort
the
of
guy
sitting
who
there
gives
and like
bonuses to
your entire
saves.
sort of senses feel like you're just sort of sitting within a cloud. you've been on a flight and you're sort of on a plane flight where you've
I've
actually,
never
no,
been
you-
on a plane flight. I have only ever lived in Barovia.
Okay, if we're gonna do that, you're a fucking bird person.
Yeah, I was about to
so you can fly amongst the clouds. You have been amongst the clouds, and you know that sensation where like just everywhere around you is just like this fog and haze and everything, and it's just oppressive all around you. That is how your mind is currently. It is fogged over, and you feel like you're in the most nightmarish deep sleep you've ever been before. You know you're asleep. Your entire consciousness is like you're asleep. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. This is bad. Like you are if you stay in this sleep, you are done. You're screaming this statement to yourself in your own mind. You know how bad this is.
Cool.
But you have the entire sense like you are completely unable to break this. Oh, sorry, I'm actually making you yawn.
Oh no.
And then you have this experience like your whole... Like you've been stuffed inside a small chest. And then that chest is picked up and shaken. And like essentially your mind is hitting the sides of your skull. As you're being shaken and rattled. And then
rolled.
And then like the top of that crate sort of opens up just a sliver, and like light pours in as now like you see Wick's eyes are like sleepily open up, like heavy, and like he's got dark rings under his eyes, like he's not slept properly.
5 more minutes.
Get up, you dickhead!
And yeah, your vision sort of returns to you. This cloud around your mind just sort of like evaporates and disappears, and you are awake again.
Hey, I did it.
Good job.
I solved your witch puzzle.
Does David also get an action?
No.
Yes, because I accidentally skipped over him.
Cool. Alright, he's gonna, like, try and wake up, Ulrich.
Yep. And how does he try and do that?
Because he can try and telekinesis something, but I'm assuming do I have to roll for that, or...?
This is in combat, so this is not with a timer where you can actually he can focus specifically on which item
cool.
to use.
He's gonna go up and he's gonna, like, try and, like, sort of shove Wick.
This is
Sorry, shove Ulrich
He's
away.
just going to fucking one ball teabag him.
Basically, yes. He's gonna headbutt him.
Nice.
Headball him.
Ulrich,
That's you.
you're in this again, it's like a terror dream state, except you are in a battlefield.
That was a bad
Standard dream so far, yep.
Except it's not. You are in this battlefield, and you know it's a battlefield. You know the sounds of war. You hear the shouts and everything like that. But they're all just a slightly sort of higher pitch. And you sort of like looking around, and you see everything is in this high color saturation. Everything is in like pinks and light blues. You see...
Oh, so he's fighting the armies of Slanish.
You are, and then you see something charging towards you, and you sort of recognize it as a stitched together, bright yellow teddy bear,
That's horrifying.
and it is charging towards you like you've seen 100 times in 100 battles over and over again. Someone's charging at you, but as they approach, you go to try and swing your sword, and all you have in your right hand is a long stalk of a sunflower. And at the end of it, you basically just bonk this thing on the head, and it flies into you into the biggest, sweetest bear hug you have ever experienced, and you're feeling warm and cozy and fucking uncomfortable.
What a fucking nightmare.
For a warrior, this is. And then you basically you're getting smothered by this this loving embrace of warmth and care and nurturing, and then you just feel this like dunk, 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 almost like a beach ball being lobbed at your head. This low thudding, and
Knows when a basketball hits the court.
yeah, it's just like dunk, 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 and this drumming gets louder and louder, and then you hear the sounds of. Well, actually, what you feel first is the sound. It feels like rain at first, and then you realize this rain is sort of like a little more viscous and sticky, and then you wake up and you just to the underside of a baby beholder, thudding against your forehead, dripping drool over your face, and you're awake. And enjoy the terror scenes.
And we're married now?
Apparently. No, but you're...
That's how Dragon Ball and get married. We headbutt each other.
Oh, boy. You guys are horrifying. But yeah, you are roused, awake.
And aroused.
And that was the worst dream you have ever had in your entire fucking life.
I say thank you, eyeball. And I pat him on the head. Or the
It is
stalk.
your turn now. No, sorry, it is your turn now.
I get up and move away from the window and say, I think we should get away from the windows, fellas. Maybe head away from the barricade, sort of not getting evil-eyed anymore. And I'll move away from the window. Is there a basement? Can we get down in a basement? Let's get down in a basement.
Yeah, away from his grandmother. It's a bit of a bitch. Sorry, but like, she is. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, so you're following as well, are you? Because it's your turn now.
Yeah.
Shepherding the rest.
Sorry.
Yeah,
what the rest?
you got Irina up there with you as well as some.
Yeah, I look at her and go, yeah. Is there?
And
there
there
got
are
to be a
some
basement,
villages
right?
in there as well that are basically like,
Yeah.
like I said, the sort of the older or the infirmed, basically people that couldn't raise a sword to defend the town.
Let's all check out the basement.
Okay,
We can play charades.
Charades.
I don't think that's how you pronounce it.
That's definitely how you pronounce it.
I don't think it is.
It is if you're from Gnarlag, where it's from. Me word's good right then.
What?
That's how you pronounce it if you're from where Gnarlag is from.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, as you guys are shepherding the residents of the current residents of this building, you. Wait, I'll actually read the right fucking spell. There we go.
Get killed utterly. Hey,
You know what's better than doing a
Gnarlag.
spell on us?
You're gonna die again.
Not doing a spell
Definitely.
on us. That's better.
What if I were to pay you $10 to not cast a spell on this right now?
What if I were to pay you $20 to kill Gnarlag? Just get it over with. I'm tired of this.
Hey, I've still got 3 more points on the.
What if I were to pay you $10 to not do that?
I think here's an honest appraisal. You can't have Gnarlag kill himself, because then he'll just heal you. You could attack Ulrich though. You could try and kill Ulrich.
I could, but that would break the game. My immersion would be ruined.
So you're shepherding it out. Wick,
Hi.
you sort of peer over your shoulder back towards that window.
No, I don't.
Actually, no, you don't. Okay. I feel like Ulrich might though.
I mean,
for real don't.
Not like those two have had a chance to move. Gnarlag hasn't had a chance to move
Okay,
yet.
so what you see, Gnarlag,
I'll pay you $20.
what you see is this long sort of like almost looks like a twig, but it's articulated, like pulling through the through that knot that was in the wood, and it's like grabbing hold of it, and then just like the sound of like creaking timber as it sort of like cracking and pulling open, and this
Can I
timber
shoot at it with an Eldritch Blast?
you can when it's your turn next time.
Oh, goody.
But this timber sort of like just like cracks and breaks away, and on the other side you just see this like this semi-toothed smile looking in your general direction, and then the voice is like,
Hello, dearie.
"There you are, my sweets."
Guys, we gotta kill the witch.
We're not getting to the basement,
Hold that.
are we?
Because you see these little darts of energy come flying out through this space.
She
Darts.
used her action to open the thing.
You're right. Then it's Dave's turn.
Yay!
Sorry, my bad. I probably shouldn't try to do 2 actions.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan.
Alright, a 3 and a 1. I forget what that does. On a 3, Frost Ray, DC 12 Dexterity. On a 1, DC 12 Wisdom.
Pass.
Oh.
Gnarlag.
Yay. Actually, Dave's also got to move out of sight of her.
Good call.
Yes. 2 Eldritch Blast, 119, or 1 natural 19 and 119.
Yep.
Cool.
Pew pew.
3 damage.
Wick. Oh, what are you doing other than that?
Also moving out of sight.
Moving out of sight. Wick.
I'll pull my crossbow.
Uh-huh.
I will twist the knob for silvered. Silvered. And I will loose a bolt toward yon hag witch person lady.
Yep.
And then move out of sight.
I'm gonna make a hide action. like mechanically, I'm gonna get out of
Yeah.
sight rather than
Just sort of like go around the corner.
14. How does 14 suit you?
That misses.
That misses.
That
Are you
misses.
sure? You
Yeah.
want to check again?
That's even with the with cover. Yeah.
I'm going to, as a bonus action, hide. I'll make a stealth check to do so.
Yep.
And I'm not going that far. I'm hiding carefully, so I got advantage. It's a 16 plus 13, so
A lot.
it's a 29.
It's a number.
I'm going to hide in the house, possibly behind an ottoman or some kind of bureau.
You're going to hide behind a chaise longue. A chaise longue. You know what it is.
Kiss your mother with that mouth.
Don't kiss my mother at all. What kind of weird relationship do you have? You fucking Oedipal fuck.
What's going on, Ryan?
All right. So
Did
you
3 damage and my missed attack finish off the witch?
No. Ulrich, it is your turn.
It's a Baba Yaga. Hey, go kill it with your weapons. Magic sword, vroom vroom.
Yeah.
I feel we're not getting excited enough.
Magic sword, boom boom.
Does the Sun Sword do extra damage to demons? Or like
No.
fiends?
It does
Mm.
radiant damage, but I don't think that does.
No, they wouldn't. They're not resistant to it.
Yeah.
Sorry, not.
Actually, no.
Weak.
I'm gonna use the axe because I like the axe.
And you don't like the sword now for some reason.
Well,
I'm just being a shit. Don't worry.
I got to 18.
18.
Does it
That hits. Sorry. Yeah.
hit? Damage. Damage was 9,
9!
and then the other attack was 16.
That misses.
That misses. I don't like that missed.
But you're right up on the window now, right?
What
So-
window? She blew, like, didn't she completely pull that whole wall apart, basically?
No.
No, just I basically pulled some of the barricades off that window, so she can see through better.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Then yes, I am right up on that window.
It's okay, I'll slap you awake again. Apparently that's what I'm good for.
Is it?
I'm not war.
What's going on, Ryan? Why are you smiling? I don't like it.
Ryan smiles when we do something stupid or when he's about to hurt us. So
How do you take such joy in harming us, Ryan?
With that, she sort of backs away from the window, and then just like,
Does she take an opportunity attack?
sure.
I got to 18.
That hits.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Don't you have some shit where if you hit somebody with an opportunity attack, they can't move?
No, we talked about this last episode. He doesn't.
If she was frightened of me, she wouldn't be able to move.
Yeah.
And she would be taking psychic damage. But I ran out of...
She is not. She is very much in control of the
Yes,
situation.
I ran out of all the spells that could possibly make anything frightened of me. Because, you know...
Because we've been doing this for 5 months.
Yeah, we've just been doing this all
We've
day.
been in combat for the past 3 months.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
That's actually true. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This has been one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I said to her, look, if you could just give us, like,
I just want to rest for
3
an hour.
hours. Just give us 3 hours. Like, come back tomorrow morning. Like, you know,
Can we do this later?
we're still going to be here.
Pencil
just,
you in for the AM sometime?
Yeah, just pretend you didn't find us. Come back tomorrow morning. I'll give you 10 actual dollars.
She backs off slightly.
She backs off slightly.
That's when she took the thing, and she's just like,
No, you shush.
and it's got this
You're just
long,
mean.
like gnarled finger.
And the giant thumb.
The giant thumb's like poking in her nose. Apparently, the way
You're just
I would assume
mean.
she controls the giant thumb.
No
Or
one can
does the
control
giant thumb control her?
Porque no lo estás.
She's the greatest hitchhiker of the world.
What save am I
Oh,
rolling?
so that's how they travel to the demon realms.
What save am I
No,
rolling?
no, you're not.
They catch a passing comet.
Oh, it's a spell that doesn't need a save.
That is correct.
No, I think that's wrong. I think it's a spell that needs a save.
It is not.
Negative.
I am gathering up a
I
whole
think
bunch of dice.
I think you've read it wrong.
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, I think you read it wrong.
He was smiling pretty good, though.
No, you
Shut up.
Where's the rest of these things?
She's just mean. She just needs to get laid.
Alright, how can I cut this?
No, like, she's the kind of woman you usually go for, right?
I don't go exclusively for anything.
Okay. Can we add this up? Well, I'll
No.
Calculator? Okay, go.
20?
Mm-hmm. It's a sleep spell, isn't it?
19?
39.
23?
62.
If this is
12.
74.
74.
If this is
Okay.
damage,
It is not. But she's looking you in the eye and just still going with that shh. And it sounds like she's doing it for longer than a single breath should be able to go on for. It feels like it is going on for 5, 10, 15 minutes.
That's a long time.
And it's just like shh, shh, shh. this soothing, sort of lulling sound. That is not me asking for Siri to fire up. Gnarlag, you fall into unconsciousness first.
Go for a nap.
Wait,
Oh,
do I have to be within sight of that?
No, just target a spot on the floor, a
Yeah,
position,
points.
a position that she can see, and then it covers it in an area.
It goes around corners and everything. Fuck.
Because you just pop around a corner, she's just tried to do this.
And you have the lowest amount of hit points.
Yeah.
At a hit points of 1, you hear this lulling sound, and it's like you're sitting behind
Yeah,
beside
plonk.
this side like a lake that's just like
You have more
slowly
than me, I think.
washing water
I don't
against
think
the
it's
side,
gonna be
of the side
enough.
of the bank.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough either.
So you can -1 off that total there. You also see well, you don't.
You didn't see shit, sleepy boy.
What you see is like this whole group
Pretty
of,
sure that's enough
of
points to cover
civilians
everybody,
that you guys were ushering forwards, just like all slowly, just like lull and drip.
Down
drip
I
and-
go.
I'm fairly sure she has enough points to cover the bats that are also around the place. Like, we're all fucked.
Yeah, we actually are
Yeah.
fucking dead.
Yeah.
Like, because you've only got 10 hit points?
Yeah, you've got, I assume, like 30 or something?
I've got 32 hit points.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's...
Take another 20 off for the civilians that are there. How are we doing? We
20.
got remainder.
You have 20 left.
That's including taking off the
That's his, mine, and Dave's.
Irina also goes down. So that is basically
That's
everyone
everyone.
that was in that area.
Everyone's asleep. We're all dead. GG, guys.
Hey, man, calm
no,
down.
this is the kind of
Calm down.
bad guy who's going to take us back to the dungeon.
We're gonna get baked into pies first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't overreact. We're gonna get baked into pies. It's
Yeah.
fine.
GG, guys.
Gonna take us back to a chicken-legged house and put us into like some kind of fucking candy mountain.
Ryan,
Right.
my next action, I rest for an hour.
Going to Candy Mountain, guys.
Because that resting's really working for us so far.
I love just how much resting we're actually getting in.
If only we had a wizard who could cast Tiny Hut.
Don't forget, like sleep's only got a short duration.
Yeah.
Relax.
It's got a duration of 1 minute, which is 1 minute that witch can get in and get Strahd's assistant shit monsters in.
No, she's the kind of bad guy who, like,
Fucking
is gonna
calm
do her
down.
own thing.
No.
All right, get excited.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. You guys are in this dream space. You are
Someone
in.
who was paying $20 to die earlier. You seem pretty narky about
dying.
the TPK that seems to be happening right now.
Yeah. I'm narky that you guys are getting killed. I'm narky that, like, we're just going up against shit that we keep dying against.
No, you keep going.
You are the recurring factor on this.
I haven't dropped below 20 hit points this whole campaign.
Oh, I wonder why.
Right. I use my entire willpower
Because I'm just very
to
good at
wake
this
up,
game.
walk over to him and give him 1 hit point, and then I go back to sleep.
I have I'm approaching this game in a being careful and tactical rather than just running it and emptying out spells in the most absurd way. So
Oh, yeah, because I run out and just empty him out in the most absurd way. I don't think about what I'm doing.
No,
Yeah? Ooh. What was that?
That came off very easily.
that's weird.
that's
Okay.
pathetic. Ouch. Sorry. I'll edit that out because that was horrible. I'm sorry. Now, you are.
Rolling death saves.
Oh, you're alive.
You
This
had
is
1
asleep.
hit point.
He's like, poke. Oh. You wake up briefly to having a very gnarled long thumb inserted in you. It hurt enough for 1 damage. No. I'm kidding.
I want to go home.
You are home.
You are sitting on the beach of a large lake.
You do realize he's just doing this because he wants to describe all these dream sequences to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are just sort of sitting there cross-legged. You are relaxed and calm. You are sort of looking at this, and it's a.
There must
This
be
is
something
a-
wrong if you're relaxed.
This is an idealistic sort of thing. This is the summer camp sort of situation. You see,
He's
There-
wearing a Hawaiian shirt, drinking a margarita.
Yep, you are.
There's no weird mouth hands.
You
That-
don't know what a
that-
margarita is?
Yes,
He does.
100%
He
that.
loves
Yes,
it. And getting caught in the
the
rain.
mouth hands gone.
Ah, nice.
Like you are feeling the most yourself you have in most of your life.
Actually feels like he's got a real mouth for once.
Like you realize that you're looking at yourself in your sort of amorphous form. You're not in Gnarlag hobgoblin form. You are just in your grey-skinned, mouthless changeling form. But you are relaxed, calm, no mouthy hands, no.
His un-Ugolin act form would be with a mouth.
True.
Yes.
But yeah, so yes, you're the un-Golden act form. You are just relaxed. You are the
Can we call it a de-Golan act form?
yes.
Yeah.
You also feel like just like all the color of the world is brighter and better than you've experienced in any time. And you see a humanoid approach you from your left-hand side, and they are carrying a silver tray with a martini glass. And there's like, more, sir? And you look over, and you're looking at this martini glass, and inside it there is just a liquid that looks like you've seen the pictures of the absolute black paint that people have been creating, like this pigment where you look at it, it reflects basically no color.
Mm.
You are looking at this liquid inside that is essentially that
I have one of those shirts, actually.
of the absolute black ones.
Mm.
Yeah.
Very good.
But you're looking at this liquid, and it is the darkest of dark, the absolute absence of light.
Like, I'm not into Sambuca.
And yeah, you get this sort of sense of impending dread just looking at this liquid.
Is this the same like impending dread of being anywhere near an old god, or the same impending dread that
This is an impending dread that you felt when you were drifting through the void with a large coiling tongue wrapping around your waist. It's also you have felt just like a fraction of that experience for most of your adult life. Just this,
Haven't we all?
but this closeness to
#millennial
the absolute void, more than most mortals experience. And then you sort of look up at the face of this waiter, because you've only sort of looked at like the hands holding this serving tray with the single glass in it. You look up at the face, and although they've been talking to you, there is no mouth.
How does it smell?
Awful.
And they're holding the serving tray. Like,
Sorry, poorly.
They're holding the serving tray, like both hands, like up underneath the tray, like offering it to you.
There's no choice but to drink, is there?
There's always choice, sir.
Choice is either death or drink. You choose drink.
The choice is yours, sir.
Choice is death or drink. You choose drink.
But never say there was no choice.
No, I like drinks. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he?
And you
He's fucked anyway.
you drink down this liquid, and it is.
I drunk it.
And the color just sort of drains out of the scene. Like, not entirely, it doesn't go to grayscale, but just everything just dulls down, and it dulls down from like the upper part of your vision downwards. Almost like someone's like pulled a filter off a camera downwards. And then everything's just like these muted colors, a lower light. The children, the two children that were playing in the shallow waters, are now two thrashing eels fighting each other in the water. There is an old man. There was an old man sort of in a fishing boat in the middle that was just like casting a line out, just doing like the fly fishing thing out towards the thing. Is now a thrashing one of those scorpion spider things with the long ass pincer fronts. And it's just like thrashing at the water surface and just like pulling up like these fragments of like bone and skull, and just throwing them into this boat that is made of like leather, but like this blackened, like not very well treated leather. It's like it's very very raw, but it is leather.
It's
And-
rawhide.
Sorry,
Rawhide.
yeah, it's rawhide, but probably shouldn't have been used to make a boat out of. But it seems to be functional. And you sort of bring this glass down from your lips, and you look because you're holding the glass, so as you do with a martini glass, and you see like the inside of your palms just like tear open into this toothy maw, and this tongue sort of like flow out of it. And you sort of just resume back into the majority of your lifetime. You're just sitting there, but there's just like dread on your shoulder, on your mind at all times. Just purveying the scene that you've got in front of you of this shoreline that is no longer like the picturesque like waters. It is this milky darkness. So I've used that term before, but just sort of washing against a shore that is just made. First you thought it was like shells and sand, and it's now like bone fragments and teeth that make up this shoreline. This is just your perspective on the way the world looks, and this is back to familiarity for you.
Mm-hmm. This is service bound to Yagolnak once again.
Ulrich, you are sitting in a sort of a mess hall tent at the conclusion of a day's battle. You are sitting there and you are cheering along with the rest of your comrades in arms. Some of them are showing like the damages of the day's battles. There are some that are bandaged up. There is one guy that is. You can tell he's not the happiest of chaps because he's lost his left arm, but he's still there and he's still lofting a tankard in celebration with his right arm, and it is a battle well won. And everyone is just waiting and waiting and waiting for the commander to join them, and waiting and waiting. And this is weird because normally this is a situation where they would be there. They would be there to congratulate the troops, to attend to those who have been damaged beyond further service. But they're not there. And then the ale dries up. And then the food on the table like rots in front of your eyes.
Oh, I don't have pants on now, do I?
Then all your teeth fall out.
And then
And it's your driver's test.
Yeah.
And for some reason,
you're driving.
Your mum's there.
You're driving your date to prom.
Yeah, and the girl
on
I
your-
liked in high school is laughing at me for some reason.
And then this whole scene is like the color washes out, and one of your comrades, a fellow dragonborn by the name of Arton, is next to you. Is like, where's Lord Commander Mars? He should be here. He's always here. He's always with us. He's always led us. Where is he? And you hear this sort of sense of panic in his voice. This is the first time you've heard panic amongst any of your comrades. because you're all devotees of Mars, and the strength of his presence is what gives you the strength to keep on going. And you're feeling the weight of its absence now. And its power is everything that kept you guys, your essence going, and the celebrations at the end of glorious battle is everything that he provides. And that is all. It is now empty, dry cups, rotting barrels of long gone alcohol. There is no suckling pork. There is no food on the table. There is no fruits. There is all gone, and the commander is still absent. And everyone just sort of falls into this sullen feeling of absolute loss. Then abject terror, which is something that you don't... It's a feeling you don't understand. It's a feeling of wanting to run, wanting to hide, wanting to curl up and be safe, wanting to protect yourself over the top of anyone else. And this is such a foreign experience for yourself, and you just start running. You pick a direction and you start running. You start running towards the side of the tent, and the edge of the tent just keeps extending in front of you and in front of you and in front of you and in front of you until you keep on running till you cannot run any longer, and you collapse down onto the floor and curl up and just wait. I enjoyed these. I thoroughly enjoyed
I can tell. I can really tell. Just out of curiosity, because I've still got the sun sword on me. Oh, I suppose he doesn't actually have any kind of, or it doesn't have any kind of telepathy or anything like that, so just fine.
No. You want to try and get some inspiration from your weapon?
Well, I was just wondering if it would be trying to help at all, but I don't think it can.
Swords don't sleep.
Well, I know it doesn't have hit points, so it can't. Yeah, it can't have been put under the sleep spell.
Swords don't sleep. Swords never sleep, except this sword has slept.
Okay, well, some swords sleep. That was just incorrect. I thought it was a really cold and creepy thing to say, but no, man, that's just straight up wrong. Specifically in this context. What do you got for me, Ryan? Fucking bring it, pussy. What you got? You got a spooky dream for me? Ooh, spooky dreams. Please be gentle.
Okay, Wick, you find yourself in your childhood home.
Oh.
It is a house just outside of the boundaries of Valaki.
Wouldn't it be more of a nest?
You're
it's
a
a home.
nest. I'm sorry,
And-
I didn't mean to lash out like that.
You're your adult self.
Ruggedly handsome and all that.
However you want to choose to describe yourself.
Ruggedly handsome.
Ruggedly handsome. Aggressively ruggedly handsome.
Aggressively ruggedly handsome.
But you are sort of sat at the end at your seat at the table that you always have taken as a child, and it's slightly propped up so you can reach the height, and you realize now that you are your adult self, but you are child proportions.
There.
And you're sitting up in this so you're about the age of like 4, 5.
Okay.
And your father walks in, which is someone you haven't seen in ever.
Ever.
Like, I think literally ever. You I don't believe you've ever met your father even at any point, but this paternal figure walks in and you just instantly
Papa.
know them as father.
But it's got Strahd's face.
And they're just walking around and they are talking to your mother, who is just conversing back with them, and talking to I forget, do you have siblings? I forget, do you have siblings?
No.
No. They're talking to other guests within the room. But one thing you notice that even when they look in your general area, they don't look at you or acknowledge you. It's like you're not even in the room. Like you don't exist. And you desperately want to be noticed.
I'm like waving my arms around and starting to get up and like trying to like do a like balance on top of the chair and be like, look at me, look at me, look at me.
And you hear the conversation that's happening between your father and your mother. And it is a conversation about their son.
That's me.
They don't say my name. They just refer to him as, the boy or
The boy.
our son or our child.
Boy.
And they're like, he'll never have my abilities. He is, I don't know whether luckily or unluckily skipped this generation.
They actually had you vaccinated when you were younger?
Oh no.
It's good. That's a callback to earlier.
He'll never know the heights. He'll never know the community, his potential heritage. It was a harder one.
Yeah.
I know.
Then everyone dies and it's super gross.
His one was easy. Messing with his one, with his faith and his deity, relatively easy. Your one's hard.
Yeah.
The conversation is the mother is your mother is like, but there's always hope for him. Is like, no, he is hopeless. He will always be hopeless. He will live. He'll live out a life, but a life of mediocrity. And that is not what my son is.
Damn. Fuck damn.
So,
It's hitting me where it hurts.
as far as I'm concerned, I have no son. Damn. I told you this was a harder one.
Too real, Ryan. Too real.
Right? It's a hard one. And then you are basically sitting in this chair and you're just like, well, wow, how do you react at this point? Everyone else I've told what they've done, but this one here is definitely your reaction.
I think he'll like jump out of the chair and run out of the house. Run out of the house and turn into a bird.
On his stubby little legs?
Okay, so you basically you jump down and sort of almost like tantrum-esque, but
Yeah.
panicky, sort of like run out of the house, and you run out the front door and just take that one step off the threshold and just start falling.
No.
Falling and falling and tumbling, and you just see the shape of the house and the stoop and everything like that just like fading away above you as you like tumble end over end over end over end over end, and you tumble to the point where you feel your crow's head
Excuse
Head-
me. Raven's head.
Raven skull
It's a slur.
pendant, as it sort of like flies up, and as you tumble over, it loops over the top of your head and like falls free. And because you are the heavier out of the two things, you are falling faster. You attempt to reach for it, but every time you do, you just like hit the edge of it. It just starts to spin in another direction and just get further and further away. And you're just like reaching for it. And what you can see in your vision is just your hand reaching towards this silver pendant of a raven's skull, just fading away as you are falling and 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 then awake.
Hey.
You're in a lake.
And
Is
you...
this the same lake that Gnarlag was looking at?
I know, I said awake.
Oh.
And you bolt upright because you have just had the shock of falling yourself awake.
That dream. I've had that dream.
I think we've all had that dream. That was why that one was hard, because that is a real dream that sucks. And you wake bolt upright, and you see your comrades who have also basically collapsed where they were minutes ago, sort of blinking their eyes open and looking around. And Irina and the other residents are sort of like getting up and just like confusedly looking around.
Yeah.
And the one child amongst the refugees just starts wailing. Like just abject terror, crying. Like there's the thickest tears just pouring off this poor kid's face.
I walk over to it and get 10 feet away from it.
Fair. Okay. You get sort of closer and it's just sort of like... It's... Just sort of...
Hey, do I get spell slots back?
No. That was a 1 minute... Yeah, it was like a 2... Yeah.
I'll reach at my chest and see if make sure I've still got the raven pendant.
You reach for yourself, and then you feel like that familiar feeling of like the cold metal against your chest. But
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'll double check. I have the sun sword still, and the amulet thing.
And thinking about that, I will look to see if where the book that Dave vomited onto the ground is still there.
the book is still there. You still have the sword. You still have the pendant. You still have mouths in your hands.
Okay. Situation normal.
I'm going to snatch up the book and put it in my satchel.
Yep.
What's wrong with the girl? It was a screaming girl, wasn't it?
Just a child who just had a fucking traumatic dream.
Okay.
It's like, I do not understand emotions.
What is the meaning of these tears?
I am Klingon. I only know terror.
Why are you leaking?
leakage.
I'm gonna scout around to see where the fucking witch is.
You will cause rust.
Hey, where's that fucking witch?
Roll perception or investigation, whichever you want to do.
It's perception. I want perception. It's 20.
You look towards where that busted window is, and there is nothing there. Like the torn out board is still torn out.
Yep.
But there's no face there. There's...
I'll go and cover it up, I guess. I mean, we're still here, and I guess this is still the best place to stay, but...
You can basically, you can...
We need to search this house and make sure that the witch isn't in
Yeah,
here.
we
Yeah,
really
but like
do.
one of the easiest things we can do right now is make sure nothing else gets in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, 100%. But
yeah.
like,
We bought up the thing.
hey, are you the witch?
No. But that's what the witch would say. So maybe I am the witch. Oh god. Am I a witch?
Are you the witch?
There might be an easy test for that. Your sword, it can show if it knows if something's evil, right?
Yeah, it's good. Oh,
Actually, you know if something's evil, don't you?
well, yeah, but I have to see it.
do you have to see it, or does it just have to be with
Holy
the
shit, I can just turn this into a game of werewolf. Yay!
Hold on a second. Can't you use your spider sense to figure out if
Yeah,
the thing
yeah.
is here?
Looking
But what
it
if
up
he's the
again.
witch?
What if you're the witch, though?
If you'll prove you're not the witch, show us that the Sun Sword accepts you.
I'll take out the sword. Turn it on.
Let's burn him!
I also
With the sword.
Burn the witch.
I query
Your mother.
the guy in the sword. I can't remember
Sergei.
his fucking name.
Sergei.
Sergei. If he's got any way of detecting a witch.
And telling which is which.
Which is which?
Or, like, if he's got any way of detecting, like, if I place him on someone or something.
You're asking the sword if he has, like, a really useful ability that he's never exhibited up to this point that would come in very handy in this exact situation.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm asking.
Well, look.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm asking, yeah.
I see whether it has any fucking abilities like that. I'm pretty sure it just makes fucking light and can talk to you
Yeah.
in emotions.
So, until the end of the turn,
So
I can
you're
sense...
so you're saying the sword doesn't exactly solve the current situation we're in for some reason.
Well, bugger.
We don't
Oh
know.
dearie!
I can sense anything that's a fiend that's not behind total cover.
You already sensed the witch once.
All right, everyone, gather in one
You
room.
sensed the witch outside when it was outside.
Yeah,
Let-
but I was looking at it.
Let's
Yes,
gather.
when you can see it.
Let's gather everyone in one room. That sound like a plan? Because then you can use that.
Make it the parlor. Make sure there's a clock and someone has a.
Maybe we should still go with the basement plan, because then we can just get everyone in the basement and then deal with it then.
That works. That works. Well, let's board up that window and then everyone in the
Yeah,
basement.
board up the window, get everyone still into the basement, then we're in the basement and we can deal with it then.
Sounds like a slice of fried gold. All right, Irina, let's go.
What was that saying? Like a slice of fried gold?
Yeah. You've never heard that saying before? It's
No!
It's a legitimate saying.
I've
I love
never-
it. Though.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah,
Never
I'm
heard.
stealing that for Danforth Abernathy.
Yeah, right?
Who?
Danforth Abernathy.
He's cool. He's
Once
a
we
cool-
get the first episode up, you'll meet him.
He's a cool
He
guy.
is a treat.
He's a cool guy. You'll like him.
Yeah.
So
So
he uses phrases like a slice of fried gold.
He does now.
He might be slightly inspired by Gnarlag on some level.
I'm on.
yeah, we board up the window, we get into the basement. That's the plan.
Okay, and I think we'll
getting-
leave the rest of it for
Yeah,
next
I-
time because
I
this is
figured.
a whole thing now that I'm going to have a lot of fun with.
Hey, can I get a short rest in, please, for the love of
Yeah.
fucking God?
No, we can't.
Guess what?
I feel like there's some very interesting tension being created by everybody except for me almost being dead.
And that's this week's episode of the Sunday Sessions. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com, follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Isolated City Gaming, and if you like what you hear, tell a friend. We're available across a lot of platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and on YouTube. Just search for Isolated City Gaming or the Sunday Sessions. Catch you out there.